Good evening, Carney Riders. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, let you know when the show is on. Also, if you want to help the channel, you could send your donos here as a link. Or actually, you get your memberships. Links right there. You could get them or gift them. And then if you want to help the channel, you can always send your donos to the Cash Apps or the PayPal. Or also send super chats and super stickers and get your membership. Also, you could also purchase Carney coffee cups and tumblers here. And you get your Carney Ride shirts on this link right here. All right. So we're going to go over to the Powder Dusty and see how they're going over there.
If anybody wants to take that bet, let me know in chat, and we'll hammer out the specifics of how much and the requirements of it. But I've been trying to get people to bet money to me for a week now, and nobody's doing it.
To try to figure out what.
Oh wait, I'm done with this one. We're moving to the next one. All right, let's talk about this one. This one.
I missed this one. I saw that it had happened, and I was like, I'm gonna have to look at that later, and then never got to it.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Don't worry, we got it.
Understanding the lead up to this moment, lead up to the great debate. Yeah, I really do think that it will help furnish.
Oh yeah, this was rich too. Andrew claimed in his opening that making money off the death of an innocent man was, he called it ghoulish. That's so crazy. Like, while he's got GoFundMe's up and all sorts of shit, like as if he didn't do 4 days of TikTok invasion, specifically grifting this point, specifically scouring the internet looking for the craziest leftists who were celebrating Charlie Kirk's death so that he could use them to piss off his audience to get paid. He was the first one looking to feed off that corpse.
The answer of the strategy that Erica Kirk employs as the new CEO and leader.
Oh, and real quick, shout out to Patrick Bet David, who sat there spread eagle the whole fucking time, show out Andrew's leg bounce and all that shit. Like, as Patrick Bet David just sat there silently letting the world know that his cock was biggest.
He straight raw dogged the whole freaking debate right in your face, folks, and nobody batted an eye. I gotta give it to him, bro. I'm proud as hell of that man.
Like, let's be for real. Patrick Bet David won this debate.
You're correct.
So he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna go moderate I'm gonna go on the biggest YouTube event of the year, and I'm just gonna sit there with my balls stretched out for the whole time." Yeah, look at Andrew's face. He was like, "Meh, meh."
But this is right at the opening when he looked like he had an oil slick coming down his face.
Right, look at the body language on all of them. This is great. Andrew looks like a little fucking golem creature who's about to crawl in the hole because he knows he's full of shit. Candace is like, "Hey, Sasquatch wants to bang me," and Patrick Bet David is like, "I'm fucking all you guys right now."
Does it just me, or does Andrew look like he's got his head pulled down inside of his shoulders a little bit like a turtle?
He is turtling. He's turtling.
He is turtly enough for the Turtle Club.
Also, actually, in another big dick play, if you notice, Patrick Bet David, not only is he sitting there spread eagle for everybody, over his shoulder, he actually brought his own emblem to Candace's house to set on the shelf behind him. That's the Valuetainment logo over his shoulder there. Like, What a fucking pimp.
Nice.
Exactly, classy. How
That
you
is
doing?
great.
Like, here, I brought some things to decorate some of my shit to decorate your house with for this stream.
Morgan.
Yes, hit that thumbs up. Hey, Marilyn.
Uh-oh.
How's my audio?
Just me or just you?
Mic check, mic check.
I got nothing.
I hear him.
Okay, well I think that's his problem. Anyways, shout out to Patrick Bet David, the biggest dick in the room. I guess he's only competing against one other dude. All right, let me play this.
Will help furnish the answer of the strategy that Erica Kirk employs as the new CEO and leader. Now, I am not in any way exaggerating when I say that I have never in my life, amongst friend or foe organizations, dealt with a more unprofessional team than Andrew's team in my entire career, ever, anywhere, leading up.
Which would surprise nobody because they are ratchet as fuck. Andrew's ratchet, his wife's ratchet, Mr. E's ratchet, whole way through. I actually agree. I'm sure that I have somewhere, but nothing comes to mind.
Up to them arriving at my house. So foremost, just to back it up, you will recall that Andrew Wilson demanded that I publicly negotiate the terms of the agreement on X. He wanted to tweet back and forth. It was excruciating. He wanted to make sure that I couldn't change the terms. I was like, why don't we take this onto email? We could just go back and forth. He's like, no, this must be negotiated publicly, please. So he literally refused to email like a normal human being until we agreed to the debate claim, until we agreed to the formats, 3.5 hours minimally, until I accepted that. And that took about a day and a half of nonstop back forth, which to me is quite childish. And we agreed, of course, that he could also bring a video guy because he was paranoid to ensure that there were no surprises, like we were going to do some sort of a gotcha here. Like, who was in his ear just telling him that any of this is necessary? I don't know, but I did find out. We also agreed, as you saw publicly, that he could bring his own fact checkers. Essentially, he's coming with a party of 4. We agreed that he could pick the moderator, et cetera, et cetera. We basically folded on everything because I just said, I'm down for this debate. And we are finally able to move to discussions behind the scenes. We start an email chain. I am provided with no identity as to who I am communicating with. We're basically emailing the quote unquote crucible team. I'm like, who is?
Which was about this. So, which is consistent with my experience when I tried to set up years ago something with Andrew. What is it? Booking at crucible.video is the account they use to schedule this shit. And damn, I'm trying to remember. The person I was talking to was Mr. E. It was not, he did not identify himself right up front either as Mr. E. So that is how they communicate. They don't tell you who you're talking to.
Is this? Who am I speaking with? Why is there no name behind the emails? Even when we, like I said, we asked, who am I speaking to? They're just being shady for no reason. It's like a faceless email chain. We have all of our names on.
I mean, they're being shady for a reason because they are shady. And, when you're shady, you get paranoid. And Andrew's definitely fucking paranoid. I mean, we can see the way he crashed out one of my text messages because he thought I was involved in some shit. Even if I was, would have no significance on his case. Even if I was in her text messages encouraging her to file a lawsuit, it still doesn't matter. I'm allowed to do that.
There, so they know exactly who's calling the shots, who's being looped in. We've got nothing. So whoever this anonymous email person or people were, suddenly he's acting differently. I think just having the presence of me now looping in PBD on these emails, he's like, oh yeah, no, it's fine. I don't need to, ask her questions or do anything like that or add that to the contract. I just want to make sure that there will be time for me to address, generally speaking, some of her conspiracies. And I said over and over again, I don't mind answering your questions. We're going to be dialoguing. Like you're not sitting me down and questioning me. And I want to make sure we had first.
A way to muddy the water. Muddying the water so that you have a lot of confusing demands so that then later you can cry victim and say that they didn't hold up to the agreement because you mogged in with a bunch of competing, conflicting, non-linear demands. It's a basic manipulation tactic. Seems like what he's probably doing.
And foremost, address the case. That's what people are here to listen to. And I explain in detail on this call, and PBD has 2 members from his team on the call as well, Tom, as well as his executive assistant. I explain in detail thoroughly that my house is very small. I explained to him why we are not allowing them to film anywhere, but inside of this exact studio. My kids live here, they homeschool here. And this is something that you just have to respect, but I understand you're paranoid. We have a very small, formerly HVAC closet control room, but we will create a spot to address your paranoia for your team. They will be able to listen. They'll be able to hear everything. And so that you know if there's no funny business going on, and you're welcome to basically record within the studio so that in the event that we try to trick you or do something, you will have captured it. And he's fine with that. He gets off, we get off the phone, everything is done. Contract gets officially signed on Thursday. Okay, what could possibly go wrong? You're thinking, right? Because tomorrow's Friday. Well, sometime on Thursday, my producer is like, it's kind of weird that we don't have a point of contact. We are still dealing with a faceless team. No one has reached out to ask for our address. We also need the names because we have security and we need to know who they're bringing. So the faceless people have to become real people. And we end up asking PBD's team to provide us a number for Andrew Wilson. We get a number, and it's Andrew's number. And he says, reach out to this number, which seemingly belongs to no one. They will not identify themselves. So my producer is now texting an anonymous somebody. We try to run the number to figure out who we're speaking to. It appears to be a burner phone. The person I guess they want to surprise us with who they're bringing to the house.
Burner phones. Like,
this
okay.
is funny. Hold on.
Go ahead.
This is funny. This is fucking hilarious. So the big problem here is that Mr. E wants to maintain his mystery.
I don't think that's the case. He was apparently, I didn't learn until after the fact, but he was in Debatacon. He was hosting, maybe it was the watch party of this. He's gone on camera now. Mr. E's not Mr. E's unveiled his identity a little bit more lately.
But maybe not behind the scenes in the whole Crucible, how much of the Crucible he's actually operating. I don't know how much he is or isn't, but it's just a liability avoiding technique, right? If you just don't put your name on things so that you can't be held responsible for them. But if you're buying burner, right? Like, I can get that. You could say that if I was being generous, giving them the benefit of the doubt, which they do not deserve, by the way, but if I were going to, I'd say, oh, well, I've gotten in the habit of communicating in ways that minimize liability, and I still communicate that way out of habit, not necessarily because I'm up to anything or think you're up to anything. It's just a habit. But when you're going out of your way to procure a burner phone or even just a burner app, right? So the number isn't attached to you. That definitely implies that you are involved in some a snaky shit. You're trying to pull something off that you should not be involved in. You suspect you might be involved in some snaky shit, so you're doing the base protections. I think it's even more than that. If I'm going on my way to get a burner phone, I know I'm involved in snaky shit. Like, you could always, at any time, somebody could be involved in some snaky shit. But if I'm going to take precautions to hide my identity or involvement in this thing, that's because I'm doing some snaky shit. If you're not up to snaky shit, you don't really need to hide that same way.
I can't even imagine this. I can't even imagine the scenario where someone has expressed to you, my children live here, they sleep here. This is our personal home. Like, we are going to, have a studio outside of this in the near future. But for now, this is what we have. Now, over the course of this conversation with this faceless individual, the person immediately begins getting rude with my producer and insisting, again, this is on Thursday. This is the night before, that they're going to need a desk. They're going to need a place to set up Andrew's live stream. Excuse me. They're saying they're now going to need an HDMI cable that's going to run out of our studio into the control room so they can set up a computer into a camera. It's on Thursday. This is the night before. that they're going to need a desk. They're going to need a place to set up Andrew's live stream. Excuse me. They're saying they're now going to need an HDMI cable that's going to run out of our studio into the control room so they can set up a computer into a camera and live stream. They need access to power, they say. They, being the anonymous people, I don't know who we're speaking to, and I almost lost it. I just went like, this is absurd. They still will not answer who they are bringing. And I said, we have never agreed to allow them to set up a live stream in our home, to run a desk, an HDMI. What are we even talking about? And the person replies that they thought it was implied because our contract says the debate will be live streamed. Yeah, the debate's going to be live streamed like my show is live streamed every day because you thought we were going to trick you and put it behind a paywall. Why would you think that implies that you can set up a mini studio in my home after I've gone through such pains to express to both you and PBD's team how small the space is and how we don't have any room? I kid you not. Okay. So when did this anonymous team decide to email us rather than trying to, force my producer to just accommodate them? When were they going to email us about this assumption? 9:15 p.m. the night before. 9:15 p.m. the night before the debate, with a follow-up email sent at 11:15 p.m. And still, at no point will they identify who the 4 people are, despite the fact that we asked multiple times in email and via text, who are you bringing into my home where my children lie their head?
So this story about last minute scheduling shit is absolutely par for the Andrew course as well. Most of you heard about how when I tried to set up a debate with him, way back when, the response I got was on the 4th of July at about 5 p.m. I got an email response that said that Andrew could debate this evening, right, on the 4th of July. And I said back, I've already got plans. Actually, I think I was already at the place, but I said it's not going to work tonight. I said it would work tonight. It would just have to be later, like at 11 or so. Oh, that would work for them. And so I said that's okay. I said we can just schedule it for a different time whenever free up. I said I'm not in a huge hurry. I'd rather have it done right than done rushed. And Mr. E's like, well, he's very busy at coming up. And I said, okay. I mean, that's fine. Would a month, 2 months? Like I said, I'm not in a massive hurry for this. So whenever he has time, and it's been like 3.5 years and he hadn't had time ever apparently, but I'm not holding my breath. I don't think that debate's probably ever going to happen. But the point is that I can confirm that this is how they operate is they try to blitz people at the very last second and catch them off guard with accepting debate offers. They did it to me. I saw that he did it to the big Texas heavy country. I don't know, that one of the bigger channels that's attacking him. This is a tactic for him.
Heavy D?
It's not heavy. Is it heavy D? Hold on.
Heavy Diesel?
No, hold on. I think it's heavy country. I mean, I don't know, some other content creator who challenged him. He hit him back up, basically said right now, and then that guy accepted, and then even though it was an absurd, okay, we can do it right now. The guy also accepted, just like I did, but it wasn't able to come together for him either. This is a tactic. If he doesn't want to have the discussion, he will accept immediately at times when he expects that you will not be available, so that he can claim that actually you ran. He was ready to debate and you didn't want to do it. It's more of that bad faith shit. Hold on, I'm gonna find that dude's name because otherwise it's gonna itch the fuck out of my brain.
Heavy duty country.
Yes, thank you. That's who it is. Also, I've challenged Rachel Wilson to a debate about whether or not she's a covert feminist. Haven't heard back from her yet. It is a standing offer. Not Candace. Rachel Wilson is a standing offer. I would like to debate you about whether or not you're a covert feminist. I don't expect me to accept any debate offers without a 48-hour notice. And I think that anybody who's not being manipulative, that's perfectly reasonable.
So it's now debate day. We still get no answers. No.
I mean, you would think that somebody who's built her entire self around being anti-feminist and who literally wrote the book on it would be able to make easy work of me, but I don't know. I guess she wants her husband to be the only Wilson who's getting mogged in debates lately.
Identity of who they're bringing. They want to surprise us. That's very apparent. And I just want to say, I cannot comprehend how degenerate and disrespectful you have to be to do that. I would never do that to anybody, no matter how I felt about them. So we just made sure that they were not welcomed through the front door. We normally just welcome everybody through the front door. Instead, they had to go through the back, through the basement door, because why would I allow anyone
They
to
had
be
to
so
take the help
unnecessarily
entrance.
They got put through the slave quarters.
God, they had to enter the back way through the help entrance because she didn't trust them to come through the front door. That is fucking beautiful.
That is beautiful. I really
That's
like
so
that.
petty.
It's so petty. It's perfectly petty.
It's like a mirror image of the way he's treating her. That's fucking beautiful.
I'm curious. I would love to know how Andrew feels that a black woman dominated him and treated him like a slave and made him use the help entrance. Like it's perfectly poetic.
And then you add on top of that, no, you can't have alcohol or tobacco inside my house, which is a perfectly reasonable thing. And it shouldn't be an issue, really. But at the same time, I know how smokers feel. I'm one of them.
This is, yeah, no, it's like really well played with the pettiness. Like, I don't, I'm not super familiar with Candace Owens, right? I don't have a pre-existing opinion on her, but I will say that as far as like being able to clap back or respond to, like, she's better at this than Andrew.
She has had to deal with better trolls than Andrew is, right? Just on its surface, bro. Dude, I used to love Candace Owens ever since this whole thing with the weird tinfoil.
That's because you like black chicks.
That is part of it, but also I could sit and listen to her or used to be able to listen to her for quite a while before I got fed up with, just the repetitive looping. And yeah, I do. Shut up! Stop judging me.
I'm not judging you. I'm just saying, like, it surprises nobody who knows you that you like Candace Owens. I would expect you to like Candace Owens if she was sitting there going,
I wouldn't hate her.
yeah, see, might even buy a membership. Cuckable mug, it's on sale. Buy one. Here comes the link. There's a promo code that you can use at checkout for 10% off. Get one. Be like me, Dink. Be like Andrew and Rachel Wilson, should be arriving today. Do you have a Cuckable mug?
No, and I've had several people tell me they were going to buy me a Cuckable mug, which is why I didn't buy one.
Send me your address. You need to have a Cuckable mug.
How many times do I need to send you my address? How many fucking times do you need it, bro? I'll send it again. There's no shirt. There's no fucking mug. There was a different mug I was supposed to get. Somebody paid for the motherfucker one night. I was there. I remember it.
Whoops! I just dropped the StreamYard link on accident. I'm not ready. Nobody else come up. Damn it! I fucked myself up. Okay. Hold on. You stay back there backstage. Nobody else come up. Anybody else is going to be shown the slave entrance.
Yeah, the back with the help.
All right, here's the actual fucking link to the mug. Get yourself a mug. And I don't know, somebody send Sasquatch a mug or send me, I've sent mugs to everybody who I've been paid for, because then I'm accountable to somebody else, right? Somebody paid me. Somebody send me $50 so I can send Sasquatch a mug and I'm accountable for it, please. I can't have him sitting by me having keys to this shit, not having a mug.
I was supposed to remember that whole conversation.
Bro. Cynthia, this is a great time for you to join conversation. What do you think about things?
You need to send Candace a mug.
Okay.
Send Candace a mug.
Okay.
Hey, I'm already way behind in mug sending. So,
Uh-oh.
Well, no,
What do you-
there was a full-on discussion about a certain shirt one time. You
still in my
cornered me
closet,
about it
no,
and shit. Yeah, no, you cornered me about an address and stuff. You made me do it, and then nothing ever showed up, and I just laughed every time I checked the mail. It's so funny to me.
What the hell? Is the moon out tonight?
no, this is just my normal. I'm normally shit about things like this. So,
This has been cooking for months, hell, years. Honestly, there was some T-shirt like fucking 2 years ago that he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna throw that in the mail next week," and I was like, "Cool, that'd be neat." And then like 6 or 8 months later, it was something else, and I'm like, "Oh, sure, cool." And then when I sent him the Crucible jacket, when we were doing that shit, I put it in the mail and sent it to you, and then I called Sarah and told her she'd never see her jacket again.
So I gave it back to her when we met in person that one time. But here's what he's referring to. So the lore is like the Cocaine Bear movie. Sasquatch was like, had this idea about Meth Gator, and he wanted to make the movie and the whole thing, and I was gonna be in it and shit. So when I saw this fucking shirt,
Oh yeah.
and
you haven't sent it?
I know I haven't. I've had it for 2 years. Wait for it. It's a
Like I said,
all you have to do- oh my gosh. If you just go to FedEx, they'll box it and everything.
I
All
know.
you have to do is literally walk into FedEx and say, "Hey, send this to Sasquatch. Here's his address." That's all you have to do.
I know it's easy.
It's so easy.
That doesn't
Come on,
matter.
don't be the worst team
I'm okay.
like the Crucibles are. Is that how the Flow State's going to be? The most unprofessional team?
You know what? No, because hold on. Because actually, Mr. E owed me a jacket. Mr. E said he'd send me a Crucible jacket a while back, and he never did. So Mr. E is in the exact same situation I am.
Listen, that's a whole nother ballgame.
That is not a fucking orangutan. I know what an orangutan is when I see one, and it's Rachel Wilson.
Oh.
Now you have said something about Andrew's wife.
Why wouldn't I? I'm getting blamed for it anyway.
I tried to use that once when I was cheating on my wife. It did not work.
Yeah.
Just so you know, man, that's an empty well. I'm being accused anyway.
Whatever. Fuck you guys.
Click play. This is almost over, and I put the wrong one in, but it's okay. You still hear what you need to hear. This is an important story.
Then we figure out why. And then it starts to make sense because he shows up with Steven Crowder's team. Steven Crowder's producer, CEO, regular on-air talent, feature, who spends all day mean tweeting me. He's actually like the CEO of whatever it is Steven Crowder thinks he does anymore. If you don't know who Steven Crowder is, he's basically a child actor who never stopped being a child actor.
Was he a child actor? I didn't know that.
What was he in? I didn't know what was he in.
I think it was you can't do that on television, but I'm not positive. It might have been like
looked like he's high
Double
on-
Dare or
Oh my God.
some
I bet
kind
he was
of
a
Nickelodeon
nerd.
thing.
He was quiet on the set. I'm not laughing at that. It's just, oh wow. He looks like a
40-year-old
child actor right there.
Child actors are the happiest people on earth. I wonder what he's so mean to his wife about. Like, you'd think he'd be happy like all the other child actors.
That's how you
And
know
he
that
just-
this is a persona up here. People who always seem happy and stuff, and then we see video footage of them behind the scenes being just crappy, like Ellen DeGeneres allegedly was accused behind the scenes.
But I mean, I just chalked it up to her being a lesbian, because real life lesbians are not like what we were promised by Penthouse.
So I have a question, dude, and this is like straight from my heart. You have a $5 bill at a crossroads in the middle of the crossroads. Coming
Speaking
south,
of, thank you,
have,
Pete Steinemo, for the 5. So, I forgot about it. Go ahead.
from the north, you have Santa Claus. From the south, you have the Easter Bunny. To the east, you have a lipstick lesbian, and to the west, you have Jack Frost. Which one's going to pick up the $5 bill? None of them, because they're all figments of your fucking imagination.
Okay. Yeah. They're also statistically more violent than like any other demographic, by the way. I don't know.
Leaps and bounds, bro. A bunch more violent.
Lesbians.
Child act? Oh,
Lesbians. Yes, they beat each other constantly. They are
oh yeah. I think those are probably one of. I remember I used to be volunteer for domestic abuse calls. I went on a lot of those, and lesbians and gays. And
Well, you'd
even if
expect the gays to be beating each other, but voluntary, you know.
even if it's
Good.
one that's like a drag queen, she'll beat her man up if it comes down to it.
I'll pick it up
So
because
I have a question. I'm not trying.
$5.
This is a little bit off topic, but I've
That's
always
it.
wondered this, and I'm just curious as to both of your opinions on it. And we lost Flo. Okay. I blinked and your ass was gone, dude. I was like, okay, no opinions from
Keep
me.
going. I'm just looking for something I dropped.
Okay, so you have your classic male-female relationship, your female-female
all in your
relationship, your
head.
male-male
All in your
relationship.
head.
We're not
Right
getting into
now,
molecules or
It's
anything
just
like
all
that.
in your head.
Do gay men have a higher
What?
threshold of what is abuse versus lesbian
This-
women?
Let's hold on to this topic.
Okay.
No.
Let's hold on to it.
People, and this is
For real,
exactly
though, like we come back to it.
his
I,
brand.
I'm not just saying that to not engage it.
We gotta
That's fine.
hear.
It's fine. Go
Just-
ahead. Go ahead.
It's a lot of sauce.
Know who Steven Crowder is. He's basically a child actor who never stopped being a child actor. He's a 40-year-old man, and he just likes to prank people. And this is exactly his brand of just doing something this disrespectful for no reason. And I mean, when I say disrespectful, and I'm not even like Gerald Morgan is who he brought with him. I didn't. He was not rude to me, but could you imagine? Okay. That despite me detailing why we wanted no filming outside of this studio and saying you can film in the studio, Gerald decided to do a live call-in from my kids' playroom just outside the studio. It was one of the reasons we said no smoking. We made it clear to them my children's playroom, which is the garage area,
No.
is just outside, and you can't smoke
That's
cigarettes.
just
All of
the
this was made clear.
Powder dust, your
This
full
was their
state.
big plan.
Can we
was to
back
get
up to that
views for
picture?
Steven to disrespect me.
That
He's
is a
on-
Mule
Yeah, that is
Briars.
awesome.
That man has gotten away with the goose that laid the golden egg, and he knows it. Look at him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, both of them got Duper's delight right there. It looks like the guy in the right has some. He's got some cheap fake teeth or something too.
That's
It
Gerald.
Doesn't it look like his
He's-
front teeth been knocked out and stuck back in?
It looks like
Well, he
the
does talk.
But yes, you're absolutely right. And that live footage is coming from her child's playroom that she specifically stated in the contract, no filming outside of the studio. And here they are live streaming it on Rumble because apparently he's been kicked off of the tube.
So there's no way that they just paid $300 to stream from the kids' room because they
300.
wanted
1,000
or 300,000, right? There's no way that they paid all that money to pull this off, and that's the big get is there's just no way. Is he that rich and petty?
They apparently this
Crowder's
guy
lying. Yeah,
is, apparently, and yeah, it is that.
Crowder
However, this is a
loaded.
however this is a mess up, a colossal mess up, because you signed a contract. A contract was signed that this would not take place. Now
Somebody is liable for this.
Well, it's probably the person who invited him. We have receipts
well,
on that too.
Yeah. Whoever signed the contract, who's in charge of enforcing the contract, and then brought this dude who did it. Yeah.
And this is why you're super secretive. This is why you're not telling who you are. You're not saying who you're speaking to. This is why.
You're right.
This is possible, but I don't know. Like if they were going to try to sneak in listening devices, you wouldn't do this fuck shit.
Oh wow! Wait a second. I hadn't even thought about none of that shit, dude. That is some diabolical.
They have to have
processing right
cameras in there watching. They like, but she had security. They have to have a ring camera watching now.
Okay, but my question is, what would stop them from dropping a little listening device somewhere inside the freaking studio, just to hear what's going on when the cameras ain't rolling?
Nothing would stop them, but if they were trying to get away with that, you would not do this, because this will get your house swept.
Well,
Yeah,
thankfully,
I'd sweep anyway.
She has said, well, she obviously, it's you've just invited Andrew Wilson to your house and you have made him go through the back door. You're sweeping your house, saging it, calling a priest to come and bless it. You're doing all types of stuff. Damn it. No. But yeah,
you did invite the demons in, so you have to take the
But she has said that this is like, she's only here a few more days in the studio. She is now getting a new studio, so things like this won't happen again. So, but man, it doesn't matter. You messed up, bro. You went live. You deliberately broke a contract for clicks and views, COE, content over everything.
Not necessarily. If he's not named in the contract, then he's not bound by the contract unless he's named as a team member or something.
But somebody is he may not be bound, but whoever signed the contract, I guarantee that they signed it on behalf. Also, they're responsible for who they bring. So if he didn't sign it, somebody did sign it who was responsible for bringing him in the door.
Right.
Maybe it's Andrew. Like I said from the beginning, Andrew might be the fall guy in a game with bigger people.
Ooh.
Well,
a payoff and a patsy in one go. Ooh.
Well, we're gonna hear what Andrew. We're gonna hear more. Click.
The garage area is just outside. You can't smoke cigarettes. Like, all of this was made clear. This was their big plan, is to get views for Steven and to disrespect me. You can go back. And so I still am just amazed that this is something that like grown men would be plotting and planning for clicks and views. It's so disgusting. But at the very least, it allowed me to understand why there was so much paranoia, why there was all this weird communication, all this unnecessary scheming, because that's his brand. That is literally his brand. He's just not an honest dealer. It's a part of that bizarre group of middle-aged men who are fixated with me. I just never have been interested in Steven Crowder.
Hi, I'm Sasquatch.
I don't follow his stuff. I never been on his show.
I was about to call you out.
That brand of never growing up and thinking that it's funny, like pranks. It's not. It's grow up. You know, his brand sort of crashed and burned when he was caught on a doorbell cam berating his 8-month pregnant, now ex-wife, when she was pregnant with twins, and he never really recovered from that. And so I guess the way that he thought he would recover is by plotting against another very pregnant person to sort of like break into her house in a weird way. And like, so you can have inside scoop on a debate rather than just maturely emailing and saying, like, why would you sneak into someone's house? Like, it still boggles the mind. Why would you try to sneak into someone's house because you want clicks and views? Because you don't have the manhood or the decency to say, hey, look, you said I could bring 4 people, and I'm going to bring someone that you don't like and someone who's been nasty to you online, but that's for my prerogative.
Right.
All right. I got a question.
Yes.
Patrick was responsible for moderating this. He was also responsible for broadcasting it, correct?
Well, I think they all broadcast.
They all broadcast.
Okay. So somebody had to have had the information of who this team was before agreeing to the debate. Are you telling me that this went all the way up to the line before she found out who was walking in her house?
Yes.
That's some fucking crazy work, dude. Hell no. I'd have canceled that shit on the fucking spot and got him for breach of contract
What are
there.
you talking about? What? No, that wasn't part of the contract. But what she's saying here is, why are you doing it that way instead of calling and saying, because the contract was you could bring a team of 4 people. Then didn't specify who. And so she's saying,
We don't
hey,
know what
you
was in the contract.
Right.
Dusty.
well, he instead of saying, hey, I just paid 300,000, these are who I'm bringing, and I don't care how you feel about them, is one thing. Not even addressing it and just showing up for catch the element of surprise. That's sneaky. That's just sneaky behavior. And this is where his paranoia comes from. Projection, in my opinion.
You know what? He should be paranoid because, like I've said before, the curse went into place when he refused to shake my hand. And it will not be lifted until he flies to Kansas City just for a handshake from me.
I was there.
I won't refuse him that, but he has to come here for it.
I witnessed it. It's true story the way Flow State tells it. I'm not shaking your hand.
The power, Dusty.
You're the biggest piece of shit ever. You talk shit on my wife.
But that's poor sportsmanship. Even players after the Super Bowl line up and slap each other's hands, even though they really want to slap each other. It's
Sometimes they
sportsmanship.
kind of cup each other on the butt.
Right. Okay. Thank you, Sass. But this is sportsmanship.
I just assumed he would have thicker skin than he does. I had no idea I was hurting the man psychologically as much as I was, that he would just kind of lose it emotionally when he saw me. But
I had suspicions.
Flow State, powder Dusty.
Yeah. You had suspicions that
the suspicions were, I mean, why would he show up over here to try to get messages from you unless he believed that those messages were a direct threat to what he had going on, right?
Yeah. Also, initially he was blaming me and Grace Thorpe. And at the very beginning he was blaming both. He was really actually accusing her more than me. But I think I was right in suspecting he wasn't really concerned about her, because she said, yeah, I did. And he didn't give a fuck about that. He just moved on. It was, the whole thing was about, he wanted me.
I was thinking about that interaction today as I was walking my dogs. And this aligns with him trying to question her and trying to get her questions and basically set her up to a story. It's just what he does. He walks around trying to get people end up into legal situations. Who is this guy really?
He likes to compromise people. That's probably part of the reason why he wanted me to give the text messages too, right? That action alone would have compromised me. And I'm sure that in months he could find something that he could spin into out of context or whatever and go, look, you could. But
well, he wouldn't have to, because if you give up those messages, those
private
messages, you're one of those people who will give up private messages.
He's a good guy.
Right. So you can't trust me. He said, I don't trust you. The messages would make me trust you. No, the messages would prove that you can't trust me. That'd be the confirmation that I'm untrustworthy. Also, I don't know if I was supposed to. Anyways, I'll go ahead and say it because, like I said, I don't really care about her, and that relationship is defunct all the directions. When Millionaire Bachelor debated Andrew on the channel, they got into kind of a bidding war. Andrew texted Sarah and said, "Just tell him I paid you at X amount. Just lie and get him to keep sending you money." And she didn't do it. But that's
dirty.
It's dirty, right?
That leaves her holding a bag that he never intended to hold.
Well, you appeal to someone's greed and get them to compromise themselves. Now he's forever got that over her head.
I would have said, yeah, you're right. It's your prerogative. Could you just make sure this person doesn't, film here, whatever? They did not do that. And it was actually in complete violation.
Oh, yeah. As you guys can see, poor Snowfire is dying to get up here. I know that. Hold on. God damn it. Shut up. I'm fucking stop ruining grift.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, no, I mean, you should really cover it now because I was going to try to appeal to the dudes to send if that I would let her up if we can get a $50 grift out of it. And certainly somebody in the audience would pay to make a pretty girl's day come true. But
Yeah.
Cynthia,
I'm broke.
Okay, Cynthia's broke.
I'm
Snow,
finding
somebody get Snow up here. $50, and I give Snow the link early. Snow, help me out with the grift.
What we agreed to, because
Snow,
one
be
thing the
quick,
contract
strong.
did stipulate was no filming outside of this studio.
Yeah.
All right.
So
We got
that's gonna
one
be
more.
Hey, like the way you can look up Sarah's lawsuit, did you get information that allows you to look that up? Or if, like, let's say in the future there's he has another lawsuit, can we just find that? If we don't
Not necessarily. I know how to look it up in the state of
We
Maryland,
handle our own. Go
which
to
is
the
where she
dungeon
filed the
for
lawsuit
the
against him.
female species.
It's not uniform though.
Okay.
So, which, by the way, I actually have it pulled up on a different tab right now. The lawsuit is still active. The last file entry was as of 8/11, and it's an order granting motion to extend time. So Andrew's up here going, I bet it'll be gone by June. Okay. It's not.
What month is it?
We are in the back half of August.
August.
And it doesn't look like it's anywhere near to getting dismissed.
And what comes? Refresh my memory. I'm new to the Earth.
Okay.
What's right after August?
September.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. So are we gonna be getting any of that type of information by September, you reckon?
You know, the boy who cried receipts just is not great at predictions or promises, is he?
Oh man. They're playing a game with those receipts, trust me.
Oh yeah, I absolutely don't think they exist. This is my prediction. They don't exist. They are all they're doing is kicking the can down the road and using the repetition of the no proof, blah blah blah.
He wouldn't. Would he?
Hold on. We got it. Snow, I'm texting you a message. Thank your sugar mama.
Yay.
Mandy Kush is your sugar mama.
Money ain't a motherfucking bribe. It's a sport I invented to win when I watch. You don't know the rights and the lights and the locks. Even though all the ice and the Sprite, you just try to get money. Money of your motherfucking life. 2-ton angel carved out of ice. Alligator sailboat, $sign ice. Fill a warehouse full of Van Goghs twice. Get money. Money or your motherfucking heart. I could give it to my dog. He makes money when he barks. So put it in my fridge or in one of my parks that I bought so my robots can learn how to log. Get money, 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 money,
Snow, I just sent you the message. We do have more to go over. And yes, I just saw your comment here. I didn't see the text. Anyways, thank you, Mandy and Snow. Come on up here.
He wouldn't do that. Would he? Would he be that not on point and to say he has, like, I have receipts to
absolutely
debunk and not really follow through? Like, your whole reputation would fall on that, and people would always remember that.
People forget about things, and with his audience, it doesn't fucking matter. Like, you can watch them in real time, go out and try to tell people that up is down.
Well, I never watch him that hard, but
it is it. But I mean, how much credibility does he have to jeopardize at this point, anyways?
No, come up, Snow. Stop it, Snow. Don't be that girl. We only got one more video.
No, Snow, I'm going to time you out from chat. What is this weird game you're playing?
What? Play the last video.
What the fuck is this shit? Mandy just paid $50 for you. Like, what are you doing? Like,
Oh my god.
no, like, how? I don't know. Your she's timed out for 5 minutes. How retarded.
Click play. Click play.
Okay. Do I have it pulled up? I don't have it pulled up. Here we go.
Ask Gerald. Okay.
Oops, let me pull it back.
How do you plan to get back on Crowder for sending dumbass Gerald? Okay, I'm going to give you guys some inside baseball here. You ready?
Oh, this he's talking about. sending
Yes.
Gerald.
For this? I asked if Gerald would go.
Okay. He asked if this dude would go.
Yes.
He just said it right here. He's on the hook.
He knew this guy was gonna go. This actually makes me think.
He asked him. He requested it.
Right. Which he knew all along when he wasn't sending who the 4 people were. It also makes me think, what's this other child character? What's he doing behind the scenes? What puppet strings is he moving?
Well, I guarantee if there's a contract, I absolutely guarantee Andrew had to sign it, and that it would cover him because he's the only one who is really confirmed. So,
Right.
like, he really is dumb, isn't he? Andrew really is the perfect fall guy. He's dumb. Andrew, you're stupid. This is why I asked. I don't know if you saw. I asked Dragonfish TV. I said, "Do you think Andrew's street smart?" And he's like, "Oh yeah." And I asked him that because I actually didn't feel like especially like meeting him in person, I felt like that was a very unstreet smart move. I felt like optically he gave me a lot of power there because he got all up in his emotions just looking at me, right? Also, he was incredibly dumb with the way that he went about the Sarah shit. You just cannot say,
Right.
I basically I was your boss. All you had to do was do your job and never hire women. You can't do that shit.
Nope.
Andrew's the perfect fall guy. So now he is. He's the only person that we can for sure assume that is bound by the contract, and he's sitting on his own stream publicly, smirking about how he invited Gerald.
Yes,
I bet Crowder probably convinced him that this will be funny for him.
I definitely wanted to make sure we highlighted this part of the story because now that we find out the guy that Andrew invited is actually running around doing filming in her child's playroom. That's wild. Like Andrew so he's so busy looking for the got you moment and the I set you up and I won, I dominated you. He's completely underestimating his opponents. And he's completely not thinking it all the way through. And he should really fire his team.
Like, he needs to figure out who his friends are, too. He apparently doesn't have any. It doesn't surprise me because he doesn't seem like he'd be a good friend either, even though there's tons of people running around claiming that he's their friend.
Hey, you have a good night.
Crowder set you the fuck up, bro. You're the patsy, Andrew.
That's what I'm saying.
I tried to warn this dumb motherfucker before this even happened. I said he's playing outside of his league. Might be a fall guy. You're the guy, Andrew, and I'm the only motherfucker that warned you not to be that guy, not to be the victim. And now look at him, he's running in there. Go ahead.
Click play.
Go ahead, throw your fucking stones at me. Throw your stones, throw your daggers, throw your spears. Go ahead.
He's
I can
texting.
take it.
He's texting right there.
I can take
He's
it.
telling him, come to the stream. I'm telling him that I invited
Okay,
you.
I asked specifically for Gerald to come. Okay, that was all me. Sorry. I'm sorry. Now listen. In my defense.
What?
I've been working with Gerald on logic behind the scenes for quite some time.
Bruh, stop it.
What is this?
He's got to get away from these yes men. They've convinced him he's good at logic.
what? I don't even know because I don't watch these guys, but I'm curious of your reaction.
I think that Andrew is not logical. He moves like somebody who's never even seen a checkers board, much less a chessboard. And he's out here thinking that he's Mr. Logic Master. Bruh, you just got duped. You're the fall guy for Crowder to play this stupid ass prank.
Mhm. But this is what really makes me mad is he's the one running around the Christian. Like, no, like this is not the behavior of someone like who comes in good faith. Like, watch the snakiness. It's just
Oh
in him.
yeah, no, his snakiness is obvious, but like what he veils a little better is his stupidity. This man is stupid because, like, I don't know, like I feel like I just saw the trap close and he doesn't even know that he's in it. I saw it coming. I called it out, and he's sitting in it with his leg in a snare and a bear trap, going, ha ha ha, I'm the shit. No, bro, you got to get that shit off of you.
Good play. It's not
Because
wrong.
if you think that Sarah's lawsuit is bad, wait till Candace gets a hold of your ass.
That's what in her show today, she mentioned 3 times that was not in the contract. I'm thinking no one mentions things like that unless they have things on their mind. Like, Andrew, you're playing a dirty game.
Okay, Snow's on her way. She had to switch accounts. Oh yeah, Snow, if you're listening, yes, I did time you out of chat. But get up here. This is crazy.
Like this. And we
I wonder if what's his name? Brian Atlas was in on this because Brian Atlas was the first one to offer money to get Andrew to debate Candace. He offered $150,000, and then Andrew, like a good fall guy, was like, "Oh yeah, I'll match that." Of course you will. You are so eager to chase clout, Andrew, that you are the perfect fall guy. Every con requires the participation of the victim because it appeals to their own greed or whatever, right? You have to participate as a victim in doing something that you know is unwise. And they just, man, you got okey doked like a motherfucker.
been talking for just hours and hours behind the scenes, quite a bit. And Gerald is
All right. I'm gonna bring him up.
Oh shit, I full screened the wrong person. What the fuck? Snow, you were on stage. Now she's all the way gone out of studio. What in the fucking wet brain is happening? Okay, Seven Cities said Brian wanted it to happen on whatever podcast. Andrew screwed him by going on Rogan and making the invite vague. I can see that happening. I don't know what the deal is, Snow. Please figure out your Down syndrome.
he's fast become a very good friend of mine, over the last year. And
Imagine being so dumb that you go on live stream gloating about being the fucking fall guy.
And I actually requested that he come. He went to Steven and asked if he could go. And Steven's like, yeah, of course. We got our man on the ground then, of course. So off Gerald came. And he made all those arrangements in 24 hours. Gerald was the one.
I bet he did, Andrew. Because everybody was hip to it before you were.
One who provided security for us. Well,
Gerald was the one who provided security. So you're saying that you got the idea to invite Gerald, and then you invited Gerald, and magically he had everything ready to go for you? How
I
is this shit not
know.
clicking for him?
Good to see you, Chica.
No, I'm losing my shit that Andrew could
Hey.
be so stupid. How is this dude so dumb?
Okay.
I
Did
mean,
you like my imperious moment?
what imperious moment?
Well, I was like 15 minutes behind and I was like spurging in chat. And then I got timed out. I'm like, what did I get timed out for? I don't even know. And then I'm like, oh yeah, it's because that was my imperious moment. I was like, because
Okay,
Sash
yeah.
and Cynthia don't like
It makes
It
sense that
worked.
you were 15 minutes behind because I was like, what the fuck is this? But yeah, no. Anyways, welcome to the show. Do you have any thoughts before we continue on this?
No, I'm a little bit behind, so I'm gonna just listen. My voice has gone a little bit.
Studio. They provided security for me and a driver for me because they wanted to make sure that Gerald was taken care of. Very, very good people over there. I don't know if that's saying too much. I don't know why it would be, but I actually was the dumbass who requested
We know. We've been telling you.
to Gerald come. But I really like the guy. And he was able to give a lot of information back to a huge platform to keep Steven's audience on the up and up on what was going on.
Pause.
What?
Right. Right. Woo, Andrew, this is what happens. Like when the fame monster bites you, like you forget to check the rear view mirror. Like because you become so ego and in your ego that you I'm gonna delete this anyways. Nobody's gonna catch it. Wrong. Candace fans are now investigating everything you do in
And Cynthia, don't you think that, like you said, the fame monster, I'm just going to ask you real quick. I don't think the fame monster hits everybody that earns it. I think that his mouthpiece got him to where he's at and he thinks he's bigger than what he really is. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't like people are being way too gracious with like who Andrew Wilson is, and they think he's really like this all-star, and he's not. He's not that big
Because
of an
he,
all-star.
well, he hangs out with people like hell. Even I'm at the more famous end of the people that interact around there, right? Like,
Absolutely.
if you hang out with people who are nobodies, and you're a little bit more of a nobody, I mean, this is why pride comes before the fall. He is surrounded by yes men because his ego's so massive he can't handle anything else, and that'll be his downfall. That's why you look like I'm overwhelmed by the stupidity. I'm overwhelmed by it.
And also like how his wife is, she is so masculine. Even though she screams and yells like a Karen, her behavior it's so embarrassing.
Rachel
is an embarrassment. Like to be married to her, can you imagine being married to Rachel? I'm sorry, but like that's got to be super toxic.
These people like must have hit like a stroke of dumb luck to get out the trailer park. They're going straight back. Like this is just stupid white trash nonsense. You didn't deserve to ever have been successful, Andrew. That's painfully obvious. Somehow you lucked into it. Like enjoy it while it's here. It'll be fast. It'll be really fast.
I mean, he's definitely just loaded like, oh yeah, Steven's audience was able to have a lot going on, or ever how he said it. Like he's actually admitting, yeah, we knew that they were filming. Like he's don't brag.
Wait, Cynthia, are you talking about Crowder?
Yeah, what Andrew just said. Yeah, about Steven's audience on Rumble.
All right, I'm just a little late. Okay.
I'm really like this is overwhelming. This is more overwhelming than the evidence that what's his name did the thing. Fucking crazy.
Can I just add one more thing?
Yes, please.
Steven Crowder had a successful YouTube channel. His wife or his girlfriend, I don't know if they were legally married. She was always in the background. We knew of her, but not really. I've watched him grow to fame. He's really worked hard on his career. I think he's somewhat funny, but he keeps it safe. And that's how he's gotten
What
to
was
where
his-
he's sorry. What was
What
it?
was-
Okay. That's what
what
I'm
was-
getting to. That's
Okay.
what I'm getting to. Okay, so I'm just giving a little bit of a background story because I want people to
Okay.
like visualize and how it is.
Snow, hold on to that. Don't lose your brain spot. Before you do that, I just
I
want to really
won't.
quick. Okay, Andrew. I don't know if you're realizing it yet, but you're fucking retarded. You're retarded. You don't have any street smarts. You have no capacity to survive on your own. Your wife is just as dumb and white trash. You cannot think strategically. This is not your bag. I know that we don't get along, but I saw this coming. I called it out. And I even had, when I was talking to Grid, said, hey, maybe you should tell something to Andrew. You know, I'm not a fan of the guy, but that doesn't mean that I want to see him absolutely get like
Obliterated.
if you need you know, somebody to handle your, I don't know what you'd call it, you need a coach, a life coach, or a strategic thinking advisor, or like just a not dumb nigga on your side, I can hire out my services. Just we'll figure out a price depending on how much work it'll be, but bro,
That'd probably be the best business decision Andrew Wilson could make, is having you on his side.
He's not. I was saying this yesterday on Best. He needs to fire his whole entire team.
You're right, but don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah,
I'm here for the low count.
If he's so dumb he got himself to this situation, he's too dumb to ever have a moment of clarity and go, you know what? He's right. You know, like that moment of clarity will never come.
I have a
Okay,
thing to ask.
I cut off Snow.
Oh, real quick though, at this picture, Snow, doesn't this look like this is where Based Oracle stole his look from?
I can't compare them because I haven't known Andrew or Oracle that long. I wouldn't know.
Down in the dark. Okay, go ahead, Andrew. You were telling me. Go ahead, Snow. You were telling us about Steven Crowder's page, and he started off slow. And
Austin Murphy's calling me right now. Like,
oh no,
who cares?
Someone's called her.
Can you hear me?
Well, okay, yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you. Rachel will be getting a fifth husband now.
Okay, Snow, you were telling us about Steven's page.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Mm.
Oh, we heard that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Andrew is wearing a shirt. Oh, it's not. It looks like the last second.
Okay, we've got background noise from her. Snow, I'm muting you. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Fucking. There are people who are chaos agents, and then there's people who are not chaos agents. They're just chaotic.
Guys, like I just objectively love those guys.
Oh, wait, what happened? Hold on, what did you say?
Keep Steven's audience on the up and up on what was going on. And you know, I love those guys. Like, I just objectively love those guys.
Oh my God. It's disgusting. It's disgusting.
Yes.
The hero worship from top to bottom around him.
Yes.
He's disgusting for Crowder, just like Marte is disgusting for him. This is a pyramid scheme of faggots.
So when he tries to portray about what, because yes, you know, earlier Candace came out about what was, you know, the filming in the child's playroom, and he wants to spin it. I wanted to make sure you heard from his mouth. It was him that invited the guy there. Obviously, he was aware of what was happening, and stay tuned. This is going to be an interesting watch, and we'll see. Where'd she go?
To the chaos. Like I said, she's not a chaos agent. She's just chaos.
Yeah. I think that Andrew is something. I don't know what that something is. Definitely not on the up and up. I don't know if he's a plant. TML's voice kept coming into my head today. He's an actor. I don't know what he is, but wow.
He's a fucking moron. We know that. And by the way, Andrew, if you decide to take me up on that offer for some stupid ass reason, you'll be paying everything up front, because I'm not dumb enough to trust your ass.
So it's going to be interesting. she had some other things to say about him. Maybe I'll update it later. Wait.
Sorry, I'm actually like kind of shell shocked by like just everything. I'm really glad that you had me play that last minute because there it
Yes.
is. That's exactly this. I'm looking at. I've been just assuming that at some point you stop being Marte, but Andrew never did stop being Marte. He just isn't Marteing down this direction. He's Marteing up from him. It's fucking. I don't know. It makes sense, but it's weird. It's gross. Andrew, you're weird and you're fucking gross. You're weird and you're gross.
Right. It was.
And
She also,
and he will never be enough though. You will never be enough. You'll never be good enough. That is the psychological state you're in. I really love that guy. Bro, go suck his dick. You'll never be good enough. Go ahead.
well, I was just gonna say, it's gonna be interesting. I think that him even bringing up these text messages or evidence that he has, she will start really taking a deep dive into his life. If you're definitely not familiar with Candace Owens, when she does a deep dive into your life, like she will deep dive into your life, and I don't know if he's ready for that.
He
But-
finna find out. I mean, he's not hard. It's not hard to find shit on them. I mean, he went to the genius protective measures to if you look up his house on maps. Not that I'm creepy, but it's blurred out on maps. But which is pointless though, because you have to know the address to look it up on maps.
Mm-hmm. She also mentioned how it's kind of weird that Andrew, wanted to make sure and say that he wasn't sent by TPU, but now all of a sudden he just called TPU and said, "Hey, I'm doing this debate. If you have anything that would be good for me to use, please let me know." And they're like, "Oh yeah, by the way, we do have all this evidence, but you're not coming on our behalf." And there was a rumor going around that she donated the $300,000 to a trust fund for Charlie Kirk's kids. And she addressed that today on her show that she absolutely did not do that and is not doing that. And to even insinuate that she does something like that kind of sounds like money laundering coming from TPU headquarters. So this is. I don't know if they just think that they're so good and like he really thinks women are so retarded. Keep in mind that woman just made $300,000, and we don't know if she's.
He paid her $300,000 to make him look like an idiot.
Well, he addressed that on his show last night. It's because it doesn't matter what your character is here. It only counts when the real media is watching. And he does anticipate that the real media is going to start paying attention. And that is where he's going to really shine.
That is why he'll never be good enough. That's exactly the mindset I was speaking to. It doesn't matter here. He's always looking up. It'll never be enough. You're a fucking addict. And you'll never get it. You can chase that dragon, motherfucker. You'll not get it. Interestingly, I was listening to oh my god, Jason Whitlock. Do you know who Jason Whitlock is?
No,
he was a sports writer for a lot of his career, but now he has a YouTube channel. He's from Kansas City, so he covered a lot of Chiefs stuff. But anyways, he was reviewing this debate, and he must have heard him say that last night because he didn't say that Andrew said that, but part of Whitlock's point is that kind of media has been divided into two, and this is the biggest event on YouTube. Everyone's talking about it. There's not a whiff of it on the mainstream media.
Well, he had an answer for that too. It's because the first 48 hours go to the person, the content creator who has the most views. But after that, this week, the true debate watchers are going to really break, I guess, which is mainstream media, are going to watch it and they're going to pick it up this week. So,
bro is coping so hard.
The first 48 belong to the bigger channel, but after that, it's when the real game starts.
But what's that have to do with the mainstream media?
That's when the mainstream media steps in.
Oh, really? Like there's some sort of gentleman's agreement? I'm pretty sure the way that news works is that the first to break wins. It's actually a race for it, not like They're not waiting for this debate to age like fine wine.
And to add, I don't know, insult or injury.
That's
but,
crazy. I still can't hear you guys.
Oh, we can hear you.
Mike check.
She, like I said, I mentioned she's not going to start to put the money in a trust fund. And she mentioned, by the way, let me remind y'all, I debate everyone for free. People just call me and ask me for a debate, and I will do a debate with them. We set up times. She said he just called out of nowhere and offered me 300,000, and yeah, I'm gonna take it. like he shouldn't have offered it if he didn't want me to have it.
Yeah. Mr. Big Bags here flexing his money shit and then putting up a hostage video on a GoFundMe. Please help me pay for my fucking pursuits of clout and self-worth. I'm trying to make myself feel like I'm valuable as a human. But you're not. I don't know. Snow, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Sorry about that.
Okay. You're all right. Now, what are your thoughts, Snow, on how is it possible that anybody is this fucking stupid? Do you think it's amazing that Andrew remembers to breathe?
This is like the definition of rot brain from hanging out in these weird incel, crazy places, and he doesn't know any better or how to interact with better people. But guess who hired him? TPUSA. I don't care what anybody says. And that's
They hired him
Erica
to
Kern.
coach one debate thing, apparently.
She has no
Right.
self-awareness.
Come
That
on.
might
Zero.
be fine. I don't know anything about her really. I have no opinion. I do think that she
Right.
I did see that she really had some weird behaviors after his death, but whatever, her husband just died. I assume that there's just a lot going on, right? But
Mhm.
what better way if you have a patsy and you want to make him feel confident and that he can trust you, hire him for lessons one time and never hire him back. You don't actually want your people walking away with his stupidity. You just want him to feel comfortable that he's the shit and he's in the big times now and he's not being jerked around like he obviously fucking is.
And this is just my opinion. I have to state it, you guys. I thought it was only $30 million, but it's $400 million the American people have donated to the Donald Trump Republican Party. Donald Trump, I know how he is with money.
You've got to
And he
stop
doesn't-
with this. You've got to stop clogging up the conversation with this non-relevant factor.
But it is a factor.
Okay, tell me then how it's relevant.
Okay. So he is giving it out to all the influencers and all the people on social media, TikTokers, just like Dolce & Gabbana does and all these other products. He's a businessman. Okay, TPUSA is getting a large cut of that. They are spreading it around to the Republican Party people that they want to spend it on. Now, those are going to go back into super chats. It's going to go back.
You don't need to
into-
launder. No, you don't need to launder money. It's donated
not
to
laundering.
a campaign.
Yeah,
Then
right.
there's no
So as
need
long as,
for it. You're
but don't you think if you're spending it on the Republican Party and you're actually having debates with other Republicans about the left or debating other people, that money is not really being laundered?
I think that you need to take this theory back to the drawing board, but because I just don't think that it has.
You got to do the false. What did he call it? Man, you sure did.
Falsification. Look, the
Yeah.
money that you're talking about is money that was donated to Trump for his campaign, or the campaigns of other conservatives.
Republicans, yes.
It's donated. It's voluntarily donated money to promote a
Right.
conservative agenda. They don't
Right.
need to move around in weird ways to sneak money through debates or whatever. This has nothing to do with that.
But don't you think $400 million is a lot to
Yes.
to gain? That's a lot for just the midterms for Donald Trump to be able to give to all these creators and also the Republican Party.
how do I phrase this, Snow? I'm trying to tell you that this theory is trash without being rude.
That's fine because how would TPUSA be funded without that money? I'm just I want opinions. I'm wondering myself.
They have their own donation sources.
I don't know what's missing here, Cynthia. Do you know what's missing here?
No, not at all. I'm no.
Do you get
Okay.
it, Cynthia?
No. I just know
So-
that Andrew Wilson is a, and it's ironic that you were calling him a patsy when he's trying to say prove that Tyler, Rob, what's his name, is a patsy. So, what is?
Do you
this?
think that maybe Andrew, hearing Patsy, that little part of his brain got defensive? Do you think that
I
maybe
don't
it offended him slightly, but like in a subconscious way?
I have no idea. I just think that. That's a whole different ball game he's playing too. He's definitely. I'm working on other stuff. He's definitely playing games with the wording. But go ahead. Go ahead, Snow. Finish what you were talking.
No, I'm done. I'm glad to hear your guys' opinions about that. That's all I'm going to say about that. For sure.
Yeah, I just don't think the two are connected. Even Candace, like certainly Andrew, even Candace, these are all way smaller fish than right. Like we're going orders of magnitude up, and it doesn't make any sense for that thing. I think that there is a lot of fishy stuff around TPUSA, around all these players in this event. It's impossible to see what really is at play, but kind of from where I'm sitting right now, it's honestly looking to me like the most likely thing is you've got Crowder, who's apparently a very wealthy, kind of sliding in clout douchebag, who's friends with Andrew. Andrew is just arrogant and thinks he's the shit and is so stupid. He's like it's a combination of, the intersection of stupidity and arrogance that's insufferable. That's Andrew Wilson.
Yeah.
I think I'm starting to think that you've got Crowder, who's got too much money and not enough attention, and he can get Andrew to do whatever he wants because Andrew is just a clout worshiper.
He's the perfect do boy.
He's the perfect one.
So like I worked in the television industry, right? I worked at the television. I just don't want you guys to forget that. Like I see what they're doing. And Crowder does not know Andrew yet. They're just now getting to know each other.
I don't think that's correct. They've known each other for a long time.
A year.
Do you think that they've known each other?
Yeah,
he said that he's known this Gerald guy for a year or something, right? He's known Crowder for long. Crowder's one of the people who helped put him, bring him up, I think.
What? No way. Okay, I'll find that out. But
yeah, Snow, because you said you watched the channel. Does he still have a channel on YouTube?
Crowder, yeah.
He has the Crowder Clip channel. He's kicked off of YouTube.
Why?
Because you know why?
No, was it because of that wife thing? This is the first time I've heard of it.
I don't know about like the wife thing because it's never like a situation that somebody gets into, but he was very well funded on YouTube because of a lot of people from YouTube. And then when that happened, it breached a lot of contracts.
There's a Steven Crowder YouTube channel.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. So there's so they probably do their intro shows, maybe like an hour-long show and say, go over to Rumble,
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure that they've been tight for a lot longer than that. How long ago did the thing about Steven Crowder, like shit talking his wife, come out?
During COVID.
Andrew was outspoken about being on Crowder's side during that. Now, I don't know if that's because I think that he was already friends with Crowder at that time when that happened.
But don't you think that would be a perfect timing for Andrew to kind of like get close to Crowder because he did what he did with his wife and to his wife? And that's what brought him back together again, was because Candace is pregnant, and she was pregnant. Crowder's wife was pregnant when he did that to her. So this was like a perfect way to get back at Candace.
That's petty.
Super petty, but that's what men like Crowder they do, and Andrew.
I still can't believe Andrew did that. You know that since he knows Steven Crowder, he's known all about that. And for him not to tell, who the four people were until the day of is just snaky. Like, I don't know, like that's a poor character quality to have. And and then I don't know. I don't know, but
so why would that be snaky though? Is it because like he knew of Crowder and he never said anything?
Yeah, and he wasn't man enough to say these are the people I'm bringing. He didn't deal with it. He just wanted the element of surprise on it. According to her, she did not know until the morning of who the four people were. And even though she had been asking, okay, we need the four people because security, and they wouldn't provide that information at all until that morning, which is like, why were you hiding it? That's kind of crazy.
Wait, so she was saying the four people that was Rob Knorr. Rob Knorr was there with Candace.
I don't know who all was there. I just know Andrew for sure. And then today I found out about this gelled guy.
Here, this is Andrew on Crowder. 2 days ago, right after so they review this. Let's take a quick look at this. I'm mostly curious about reading Crowder's sort of body language and inflection and seeing like if he's got Duper's delight with his little Patsy boy here.
Go. There he is, Mr. Wilson.
There he is. What's up, big guy?
I'm sure you're tired. Thank you for taking the time.
See, this is like, to me, it shows that it's an intro. Like this is like, let's be buddies. Let's be real friends now. That's what I get off of this whole conversation with these two. Like they don't really know each other, but they know who each other are.
I haven't seen it yet. I've heard Andrew say before I think it was on whatever, when somebody was attacking or talking shit on Crowder. I've heard him say that, refer to Crowder as his best friend, which God, it's so creepy now that I
really
just like. Yep.
Hey, just notice the filter on this Rumble versus like he's just now left the debate with Candace. He looks stressed, rough, and now this filter just has him looking like just stepped out of a runway show.
True.
Rachel has said she's best friends with the Crowder for years, which is, I don't know, kind of a weird look for your wife to be best friends with a dude that you love this much. Like, man, I'm not gonna say it, but like we're all thinking.
She's a liar. She's a damn liar.
Or she's a cut queen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're doing pretty well.
Yeah, of course.
We have the drinking game going, and it's been tough. I'm not gonna lie to you. What are your thoughts? I'm surprised you didn't stay by to have drinks with her and her hyperly masculine husband, Mr. Farmer. So since you're leaving the homestead, you're just heading right back. You're leaving.
Okay. This is all pure it's speculation. I have no idea, but if I were gonna guess, I'd say Crowder expected something else out of Andrew after the debate, and he's like, "Why aren't you still there having drinks with him?" or something, right? Like it looks to me like he's saying, "Why didn't you do the rest of it?"
Oh,
and Andrew looks a little bit. His pause frame here looks a little bit like, "Yeah, sorry, boss. Little sad eyes there."
Andrew did say he was there a total of somewhere between 5 and 6 hours, I guess getting set up, but I don't know if that was before or after the debate began or ended. So
no. We're staying another night. The debate goals, every single one of them was accomplished. So it was.
I checked all the boxes, boss.
We knew going in it would be Operation Let Her Speak, and we knew that she'd contradict herself, and we knew that she would have zero evidence, and all of that.
See, I did all the things, boss.
That was accomplished.
Yeah, well,
I wish we could have gotten into a lot more of it, but it was very obvious to everybody there that if she was getting pushed any harder than she was, that she was going to just, we weren't going to get anywhere.
That's actually a question that I had, because
we couldn't do any more, boss. We checked all the boxes.
The one criticism that I would have, and I know, you'll say I'm a dick and I'm say you're a dick, is at the end I would have rapid fired like
you'll say I'm a dick and I'll say you're a dick. This is fucking fascinating watching it this way. Crowder's like got some fucking mob boss energy going on here, and Andrew looks like he's a little nervous and explaining some shit.
Okay, how about the Mormon communists training him? How about but it seemed like, and I've had to do this with some conversations or debates. You guys were concerned that she might just throw the table over if you went a little too aggressively.
What is the hold on? Why did he say you'll say I'm a dick and I'll say you're a dick? Like that comment had no attachment to anything else in the string of words.
Because they're gonna plot on each other. I know what they're doing. It's television. I know exactly. They're planning what they're gonna do with each other to bring each other up. It's secret code talk.
It does sound maybe there's some double meaning discussion going on here, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm thinking that Andy might be maybe did not do a spectacular job. I don't know. Well, let's see more. Let's see more.
Yeah, he's
Right.
definitely covert,
That's the whole point.
underhanded.
Yeah.
So
Crowder.
the major points of contention that we got was that she had no evidence whatsoever. And all the claims that she had made about Erica Kirk at TPUSA were basically tongue-in-cheek, according to her. She doesn't even mean them. She has no evidence for her steakhouse, no evidence for her timeline, no evidence that there's a patsy whatsoever. And all of her claims that she made were basically, we were just funning.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you probably didn't see, because by the way, I hate to tell you this, but we had to use Candace's stream from YouTube because yours was like 20 seconds later and people were complaining.
No problem.
But we've been sending
Yeah.
people to give send go. And by the way, also we have
God damn! Like he's throwing these little darts. Andy, whatever you were supposed to do, you didn't really do it that well.
We're gonna call him out big time. He's the boss.
Yeah,
Crowder's the boss.
If they made a big deal about needing access to this desk, that desk, the cables, maybe one of the things they were trying to pull off is to get a faster feed to the debate, and they failed.
Why weren't they already prepared for this? Why didn't they think of this?
I wonder
because
if they
he's
were
low-cal panelverse. This is what we do over here.
Look, if I were Crowder, right, hypothetically, and I was masterminding this whole thing, and I wanted a faster stream, I would also include some sort of a sabotage effort on their connection.
Absolutely. I could still see you doing that. You'd be the number one guy. Like you just do it. Crowder did for sure. Howard
This is
for
why
real. Like I'm your
Andrew
daddy,
needs to hire
bitch.
me to protect him.
So this was
100%. You would do that.
He did say in his video last night that the 300,000 was to get in there and get her tied to a story, and he's saying that's what he's accomplished. But he's, like Beth says in the chat, he's being tongue in cheek. That's not how she said. Context matters, and he is taking everything out of context.
He's the one that said tongue in cheek, and that was about claiming that Erica was retarded.
Right.
That's an insult.
I think that probably they were supposed to do something to weaken her stream connection, and it didn't happen. And Crowder actually looks pretty pissed.
He's playing him like you do, people, Dusty. He's doing what you do right now. Okay.
Because our YouTube doesn't have premium, so there were ads running. So someone's going to be fired. That makes you feel good because we're both give, send, go. And by the way, also we have, you probably didn't see, because by the way, I hate to tell you this, but we had to use Candace's stream from YouTube because yours was like 20 seconds later and people were complaining.
No problem.
But we've been sending people to give, send, go. And by the way, also we have Jesse's going to be fired because our YouTube doesn't have premium. So there were ads running. So someone's going to be fired. That makes you feel good because we're both brothers in cruelty.
I love it.
That's a code for your nice.
Look at his eyes, dude. Look at his eyes right now. He's like, what the hell did I just hear and what's going on?
I told you, fire your team, Andrew. Your team got you here. Fire. They had no clue.
Man, this is fucking rough to watch. He's getting dressed down by the boss publicly. Andrew, I'm telling you, you need to hire me.
Yes, 100%. I'm going to fire somebody too, just because you are.
Yeah, exactly. That's what.
Wow, I didn't even realize he's simping to him already. He's already doing his simp hood. You better fire him and hire Dusty if you want any kind of success. Just saying.
I don't want you to get or feel in any way like you're going to one up me here, Steve.
How about you give me the? I fire your guy and you fire my guy, just because we throw them for a loop. Let me ask.
Industry, you're fired.
There you go.
I did it first. You're done.
You can't
You got
fire.
one up.
You can't fire Gerald though, because he's so big and athletic and it's intimidating. One quick question:
True.
Did they mix in JFK you, because she has a full stylist and makeup crew? Did they give you makeup and like no. You looked a little
I
bit.
would have refused.
You looked a
I
little
would
bit
have
shiny.
refused it.
Yeah. Very good.
I saw this. Somebody clipped this. Oh, she talked about this, and there's like the audacity if you to come in and think that I'm going to have your hair and makeup on.
You
So
look a little shiny. He
He's
did, but like
playing devil's
Crowder's
advocate.
just
for sure.
fucking with him. This is great.
You look a
Yeah, I
little
would have
shiny.
refused it.
You looked a little
Yeah.
shiny.
Yeah, it looked a little shiny. It happens. But yeah, I mean, look.
Does she
they
have
everything.
Hakeem Olajuwon hands in real life?
What is that?
What the hell is that?
Large
Oh,
hands.
yeah. No, she doesn't.
Okay. All right. Go ahead with your
doesn't,
valid
she's
point.
small.
I'm being childish and
And
stupid.
yeah. Mhm.
No, go ahead with your valid
Like
point. I'm just
you.
being childish and
He
stupid
is-
because we've had the drinking game. Please.
Oh my God. He's playing the mirror game because that's what Andrew does. And he's like, I'm being childish and stupid because he can see right through Andrew. And also the whole thing with like, oh, you don't have like, you know, anybody to help you out with how you look. Like you're all sweaty. And also, Candace set that up for early in the morning. So that way he looked and felt like crap because she knows he's not a morning kind of guy. He wasn't able to have his coffee and cigarettes with his whiskey or whatever it was. He was sweating balls. And like, he didn't have any cigarettes for like 5 hours.
I think that
Anyway.
he was smoking. I think he probably smoked 2 or 3 each commercial break.
Oh,
Give it to me.
Yeah.
nothing. The thing is like, we knew that we were probably only going to get 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
Of actual runtime. We knew that was all we were going to get. That's why I moved very quickly. Like, hey, you can interrogate my claims as much as you want for the 1.5 hours, but I was very adamant that we got the last 1.5 hours of actual runtime so that I could get into her claims. So
Oof.
I know that this ran a long time. People from their end, they think it was like 5 hours, but with all the ads and breaks and everything else, it was actually only like 3.5.
Oh,
of
shut the fuck
actual
up.
run.
They didn't have ads.
Oh, you're a bitch.
And then the interrogation, he's claiming that Candace did. That's exactly what he was going to do. And he couldn't even do it. She didn't interrogate anything. She just stuck up for the claims, gave resources, and what her opinions were. FYI.
This is amazing. I am so happy I chose to watch this. I normally am like, yeah, I haven't watched Crowder much, but this is fascinating.
We're coming back. And this is, we actually had,
of
shut the fuck
actual
up.
run.
They didn't have ads. They just had, we're coming back. And this is, we actually had ads. We actually had commercials. She just wants the money and she doesn't even put ads in there. I wanted to ask you 2 things. So one, and this is actually important. We all know that there are people who will agree with you. And by the way, PBD's crowd mostly thought you won. We'll bring up our own poll. But you know that there are people who will already agree with you no matter what, people who will agree with her no matter what. Then there are some who have ears to hear, eyes to see. How do you think that needle will be moved from today?
I think it's the beginning of a snowball effect.
Okay.
So now that she's been challenged, I think,
A snowball like what you get from Rachel after she goes and sees her best friend.
and had to give an accounting for the evidence, did a very poor job. I think that more of them will feel compelled to do more of these debates, or at least I'm hoping so. And I think that that'll create the snowball effect. At least that's what I'm hoping. But ultimately,
See,
there wasn't a need to push back too much on too many things, because she just admitted that she didn't have any evidence, anything.
Well,
So,
that
like,
was.
where do you go from there? You're like, hey, do you have any evidence for that? And they're like, no.
Here's where I go from
It's
there.
like,
Here's where I go from there, because she named like Valhalla. She named a few people. Andrew, this is important going forward, and I mean this.
You better have heard this, motherfucker. If you didn't hear this, what he's about to say, it's your ass.
Anyone who's going to present the conspiracies, they need a better champion, because there are people online who will tell you why they believe that Israel and or France took out Charlie Kirk. There are people online who will show you with red yarn why Erica Kirk did it. She didn't, and she backed. In other words, people out there going, "We're with you, Candace. Go Max." They need a new champion because she absolutely did cower back.
Crowder wants her space.
Yep.
And the social media ecosystem. He wants her space. And god damn, it's all coming together.
Yeah, she went back on all of her claims, and so like, where do you go from there? There's nowhere. In other words, there was nowhere I needed to go to demonstrate what it was I was trying to demonstrate, which is that these people have lots and lots of claims, and the second they're confronted with them, they back off on all of them, every single time. Her sources. What a joke that was. My sources told me. Well, what validates your sources? The fact that I've released some, footage and stuff.
Yeah.
How would that validate your sources?
That's not how that happened.
Okay, for one, I just want to give one example. When she was going through the whole entire death threat thing with, I think she said it was a Russian, and how she was in direct contact with Donald Trump's management team or whoever they had to get a hold of. She was in direct contact with them. Those are her sources.
Yeah.
So she cannot, they have clearances. How was your day at work, baby? I can't tell you how my day was. Yeah. I have like 7 clearances I work my asses for. I'm not going to tell you how my day was. These people are not allowed to speak about anything, and she can't. She probably doesn't even know what's going on.
And she for sure would not just reveal them, right? Like that's
no way.
All right, so this is what's and here. You know what? Maybe I'm talking. Andrew, fuck you. I'm not. I'm working for you. Crowder.
Oh my God, you guys would be so perfect together.
Andrew's going to be unemployed soon, I'm sure. Here's the issue you made. You not only need Candace's efforts to look inadequate, but you also need somebody who can provide a counterexample of what good investigative efforts would look like. Andrew is dumb. He doesn't know that. He cannot build a case. He's only good at doing his weird little pressure games and trying to tear down cases, but he actually can't construct one himself to save his fucking life. You need somebody who can do both. I'm not saying I'm going to work for you because honestly, you seem sleazy. But I don't know what I was doing. I guess I just ruled myself out of a job. I'm not the candidate for you though, Andrew. You probably can't afford shit for much longer anyways.
Thanks. That makes no sense at all.
You'll come.
I mean, yeah, I'll do contract work. Steven, like you sent the wrong guy.
I have a theory.
Go ahead.
Yes, no, I want you to work for Crowder. I think you should get on board with him. Absolutely. After he starts going in on Andrew, which Crowder will do, we need to figure out how you can get into the studio and be some kind of like local on the side, sitting on the couch and start, your position for sure.
Yeah, I guess my point is like, obviously Crowder's got a thing going on against Candace. I don't know much about Candace, but like, I'm not really interested. I would not want the role that Andrew was put in, right? But I mean, I'd certainly have been better at it.
And that's the other thing too, is Crowder and Candace, they have history. They know how both of them go at each other. They know what their boundaries are. They know what they're doing. They know what they're saying. They know what's gonna, happen with Andrew. Like, this isn't something that they can't tell by how they are interacting on their shows. They know what's going to happen next. Just saying.
Now, no better time than now to celebrate the fact that your wife is best friends with Steven Crowder than to buy a cuckable mug. The link is in the chat. Whoops, I'll put the wrong link again. All right, there we go. That's the right one. Let's see. Here we go. Back to this tab.
I'm sure that there's going to be some negative clips about me, especially pushed by the Owens people. But
I'm going to do some negative clips on you, but that's just for funsies.
Of course. But ultimately, she didn't have anything. She had nothing. She literally had nothing. And so what made this an easy debate for me was that she didn't fucking have nothing. Like, what do you want me to do? You don't have anything.
Yeah.
What could I do, boss?
Yeah, I will say the one thing. If you were to give her credit for anything, what would you give her credit for? I have one, and only one.
I think
Here. This is more. He's dragging through it. Say something good now about him. You look shiny. Your feed was slow. What did she do right? You know, it's like, oof.
I think that she got a gotcha.
How much do you think this hurts an ego like Andrew's?
Her credit for. I have one, and only one.
I think that she got a gotcha at the end. I will be fair with that. That was a gotcha at the end, though I think it wasn't a very good one.
The charges.
What's that?
Do you mean the gotcha? The charges?
Yeah, that's the one. Andrew couldn't even say the charges thing. He just said reference the gotcha because being that specific hurts. But Steven's not gonna let him get away with it. Steven knows which one. Everybody knows which gotcha it was, Andrew.
That wasn't the only one either, though.
It wasn't the only one, but it was like the fatality.
Oh, the fatality for sure.
What's that?
Do you mean the gotcha? The charges?
Yeah, and then
That's
that's
what I wrote down too. Yeah.
Yeah, the that was it though. I really don't think I made a single mistake that debate. Just the gotcha at the end, but who cares? It's not even important. Ultimately, what matters is so the first half of the debate, I remember laughing last night, and I was like, because the trial's not here and this and that, we're really just arguing our opinions on this evidence, right?
Sure.
Like, am I convinced by it? Yes. Are you convinced by it? No. Great. Where do you go from there? And if that was the extent of all that anybody was talking about, nobody would care. But it's never been about that. It's always been an extensive, overarching, Israel's involved, France is involved, these various people want to kill, blah, 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 blah. And they never have any evidence for any of that. And that was what was important to
He just did a snafu snaps, blah, 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 blah. Like,
Yeah.
that's the snafu snaps, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
Well, I think it's
When you
also
hear that
important to demonstrate that we talked about this. This is
Like that's
I can't
when
believe that.
you're hearing a bullshit.
Hold on. Somebody, OG, if you're out there, whoever takes screenshots, go ahead and get that one. That's crazy.
Get him EBT.
When you get to go to Steven Crowder's house because your wife's his best friend. Ugh.
me being
kill, blah, 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 blah. And they never have any evidence for any of that. And that was what was important to demonstrate.
well, I think it's also important to demonstrate, like we talked about this is me being selfish, but she has called into question our actual investigative journalism, like the Covenant shooting, right, with Audrey Hale, where she said, actually, my source, I'm glad I did my due diligence, she was sexually abused. Wasn't actually true. Where she said I was a Fed, our engraving.
Look at Steven having to do the rest of your job, Andrew. Now Steven has to clean up, pick up the pieces and demonstrate superior investigative journalism. Did you do your job, Andrew? Is one of your nostrils bigger than the other, Andrew?
Exactly. He did say that he went in there with 40 clips that he was going to use on Candace, but he only had time to do 4.
Donna sends in $10, says, howdy, I am just waking up and haven't seen any Andrew and Candace updates. So did Andrew get screwed out of 300,000? We don't know whose 300,000 it was, but probably Crowder's. Andrew probably didn't do his job. Thank you for the contribution. Andrew's getting dressed down by this is, as I'm coming to understand the situation more and more, what appears to be Andrew after the fact getting dressed down by his boss for not doing in the whole job that he was sent in to do.
On the bullets, by the way, turned out to be true.
I don't
Jay
believe
Martin,
that.
our COVID architect, turned out to be true. So she calls everyone else into question when they actually have ways. There are ways of having an anonymous source and having it validated through a third party in the public eye.
Sure.
She will tell everyone who will listen that those people are Feds. But what's funny to me is, wouldn't a Fed be the most likely person to tell you there's no radical trans anything? Mr. Crowder's source saying the engravings on the bullet, that's a lie. And by the way, we've been subpoenaed by the ATF and the FBI. Wouldn't a Fed say, hey, by the way, Audrey Hale wasn't a radicalized trans shooter. She was sexually abused by a relative. So I think she's a Fed.
Yeah, well, look, and feds often feed small amounts of true information so that they can feed false information. Like that's how, like if that was a real fed op, this isn't a fed op.
Because she has
That's
no
not
true
what's
information.
going on. Yeah,
You
she's
bullshitted.
Go ahead.
Screams fed op. It screams that this is a fed operation. Are you kidding me?
I don't know that. I don't think so.
Okay, well, Andrew doesn't even know he's a part of it then.
I don't think Andrew. Yeah, I agree. I don't think Andrew knows. I mean, I don't think Andrew knows what party is. Like it's
Andrew
like,
is lost.
Look at the duper's light on
Definitely.
Crowder's face.
have anything. There is no
Okay.
counterclaims. In other words, you can say that you don't believe the state's case.
Sure.
Fair enough. You can argue about not believing the state's case all day long. I don't even have a problem with that. My problem is that there's tons and tons of these counterclaims, and there is no evidence for any of them. And she essentially conceded that that was true on every single claim I brought up. Is there any evidence for that? Nope.
Which is actually not at all what happened.
At all.
I mean,
Nope.
this is just like pure cope. No one,
Yep.
no wonder Andrew and all of his acolytes, like, it's important that you cope so hard. Like, Andrew dealing with a boss he's scared of.
So Andrew was like on his show last night. He was talking about how he proved all her points, like she backed down because she was supposed to present overwhelming evidence that he is a patsy. And that's not what the debate prompt was. He was the one that was going to present overwhelming evidence that Tyler Robinson did it. She was just saying he's a patsy. She wasn't going to present evidence. Hey, he's a patsy. What she did say, based off all of this evidence, I do in the government's history, I do believe him to be that. That's all she's saying, and that's her decision.
How
Wow, I didn't even realize
that
That's true.
Andrew's waiting to get those text messages from Crowder. The proof he's going to show.
Well,
Is it from
I
Crowder
bet you
though?
that Crowder's telling him he had it.
It's not from Crowder.
he is stating that he did contact TP. US.
What I'm saying is Andrew has promised set for a long time that he would present text messages. He is out here making this bold claim and then kicking the can down the road. Probably, if I had to get, and it's pure speculation, same thing could be happening to him. Crowder's saying, "Here, go say this. I have the receipts. I'll give them to you." And then Andrew's time shows up, and Crowder hasn't done it because they were never there in the first place. Crowder just needed a sucker to say the things for him.
That's
I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
There's something going on.
He needs Andrew Wilson for his new and upcoming. Like he needs somebody fresh and new. And Andrew, like, definitely needs. He might work with Crowder just because Crowder needs somebody new. I'm just gonna put that out there.
So 7 cities. Andrew addressed that on his show last night, and what he said is that she just made a mistake. She made a mistake when she said that she didn't understand. But there's something going on about those text messages. I do, after watching Candace today, do wonder, did he not put them out because he wanted to see her first show and how she was going to react? And she did say, I'm waiting for you to put those text messages out because you're going to prove something that he's stepping into a game that he doesn't even realize he's stepping into. And she's
I don't know though.
I do.
Like, let's just say, okay, let me say I'm on Andrew's side right now.
Right.
Okay, let's just say everything that he said right now about that smoke, that snowball effect is really going to work itself out. And people are going to start falling into line. And that goes into what you just said, Cynthia. Like, what if, damn, I just lost my train of thought. I get nervous a little bit, but okay. No, what were you just saying?
Not as nervous as Andrew having to report back to Crowder, Don Crowder.
I'm just telling you, both sides are waiting to see what happens with
okay. Yes. So like with him, so Crowder, he's playing like devil's advocate, but you can tell he wants to work with him. He needs a refresh start to his channel that will bring him money.
Right.
What, are we watching the same thing?
I know. This is just how the game is, though, in the entertainment industry. It's crazy.
It's just new blood.
Any evidence?
Go ahead.
If he doesn't work with TP USA, he will work with Crowder. That's what I'm gonna say. That's my next prediction. Do-do-do.
For that, long explanation and no. Is there any evidence for that? Long explanation followed by no. Followed by no. And I pushed each time until I got to no and then moved to the next one.
I also
But
love
you know,
how
she's like a rabbit, so you can only push so far.
wait, you push rabbits? That's just mean. I was gonna say,
You do it with beagles.
and well, that's where you give him the flea helmet, the old Fauci.
That's right.
But I do that with humans too. The one thing that I did find funny is that
Which humans? Which humans do you do that with? I gotta guess. I bet it starts with A and ends with Andrew.
and she's like, well, we agree to have these fact checkers, but not to just take clips out of context. And again, I don't think you saw this. We ran, for example, the side by side of her saying, I've never criticized the outfits, and her saying, Erica, stylist must hate her. And, you know, it's not about that being the most important claim. It's just proving that she has no problem verifiably lying. She has no problem doing that.
Well, her whole thing was to see doubt, right? To see doubt with the claims of the state. And my whole point was to see doubt with the claims of her. It's the same exact thing, right? It's just question the questioners. If it's the case that you have problems with state evidence, that's fair. But you should also have problems with the anti-evidence people as well. When they're like, hey, we can just make tons of claims and never have any evidence for any of them. That's insane. That's literally insane to me.
You saying something?
No, just I don't even know what he's saying.
The fact that he can even say that though, like, and he knows nothing about the case, and like literally she's been studying this case for 11 months because she loved him and cared about him. Why is not like Erica Kirk going to Candace and speaking to her and like going on her show, or at least like rebuttaling anything? She sends Andrew, and he's just a good debater from the Panelverse locale area. I don't get it.
Real quick, a couple things. One is I dropped where to go. This. If you're a club owner tier member, you can go there and you'll be able to see the link posted to join the panel early. If you're not a club owner tier member, you will not be able to see it. But if you would like early access to the StreamYard link, as well as access to all of the old live streams, become a club owner tier member. It's $20. It's the best $20 you can spend legally. Also, where to go? Regarding Rachel Wilson doing damage control for Andrew, if your character can't defend you, your wife shouldn't be.
Word.
I agree. This is probably the most I'll ever be. No, you're gonna start agreeing with us more and more and more, because I've been right the whole time. Just the gravitational field of the cult of whatever Wilson was stronger than like my rightiness had not built up enough yet in y'all's mind. It has now. We're reaching critical mass where at this point it's just gonna speed up. It's gonna snowball. Like I said, like you just left Crowder's house. Welcome, Beth.
Hello.
You catch that?
Hello, Beth.
Hey, Beth.
Any thoughts before we push play on this?
Oh my God, what a shit show. Like, seriously, if he goes to work for Crowder, it's not going to be for very much after this performance, that's for sure. The only thing snowballing is his career down the fucking hill.
Well, that's the thing. Steven Crowder could help save his career, and that's where he's going to come in like a white knight, and he's going to make him sign a year, like he's going to make him sign a year contract, and so the year contract will be paid in full. Yes, and then he's going to be signed to the devil, which he is. That's the reason why he went on Candace Owens.
I misspoke. At most half. He will.
I think you got.
We don't even know. We don't even know how much he's going to get from him.
Yeah, I don't know. I see it differently, but we're almost through with this one.
Oh, I agree with you.
I gotta get.
I know you got to go, but tell people the give, send, go, because we.
Oh, you got to go now. Come on, this was great.
Have it up at our reference page where they can go check our fact check. Tell folks where they can go and support you, and where you'll be next week, so they can tune into the after.
You can tune into the Crucible. There's a link on the Crucible's YouTube that goes directly to the give, send, go. We appreciate it. If you thought that I did a good job today, you want to support me walking into the Lion's Den, that's a great place to do it.
Ew.
Also, for those of you who don't know,
walking in the back door, like the hell.
And I'm going to say this real quick, even though
My voice
He's
hurts so
actually
bad.
like stating it that way. He's like trying to equate himself with like biblical figures.
Mm-hmm.
You realize that he's putting the
Oh,
religious
that's a
spin on
Daniel
it.
reference. It may have been like,
Yeah.
you know,
He
that
did it a
figure of
lot in
speech.
that-
That figure of speech has left just the biblical realm, right? It's
Yeah,
That's some
but I
Erica
mean,
Kirk talk.
yeah, like just like how Erica Kirk has been picking up a lot of like the religious speak. I see a lot more of that like coming forward out of this group, I guess. I don't know.
it's going to embarrass the shit out of him. Steve, you support me walking into the lion's den? That's a great place to do it. Also, for those of you who don't know, and I'm going to just say this real quick, even though it's going to embarrass the shit out of him, Steven's, of course, been a great friend to me, and he supported me 100% of the way. This
Well,
entire
like
time, he supported me 100% of the way.
Shit.
Unfortunately, though, he did send dumbass Gerald out here, so
I
I've been
know.
dealing with his
Well, by the
stupid
way, I
ass.
also
I've been dealing with
threatened.
stupid ass.
amazing.
Wait,
Hold on.
did he send Gerald out or did he ask for Gerald to come
Well,
out?
Right. 'cause
Wait,
that
do you guys
conversation-
really think
hold on.
No,
This
no,
is
no.
hold on. This is 2 days ago.
that
The
was
thing
smart
where
of Andrew
said that he
Wilson?
when Andrew said he invited Gerald, that was from earlier tonight.
No less.
Andrew changed his story. Now hold
Yes,
on,
he did.
everybody be quiet. I want to hear the rest.
Okay,
I want to
okay,
hear what
okay.
he's about to say. And I don't want a bunch of blah.
Steven's, of course, been a great friend to me, and he supported me 100% of the way. This
Well,
entire time, he supported me 100% of the way. Unfortunately, though, he did send dumbass Gerald out here, so
I
I've been
know.
dealing with his
Well, by the
stupid
way, I
ass.
also
I've been dealing with
threatened.
stupid ass Gerald this
Wow.
whole week. You're such a okay.
I also-
I'm kidding. I'm
I
kidding.
also threatened your.
Such
Just
a
so you know, I threatened your.
How is this
I
possible?
threatened your
And
wife
follow
last
up
night
within
too,
a
Andrew. I
moment's
said
notice.
if you tell, I said Joe Lewis has had the surgery, some complications. I said, but if you bother Andrew with this, I will send your personal address to Candace Owens. So
Brilliant. That was brilliant.
Okay, so
Hi
okay, so
there,
this-
everybody. This is the ball ass balls.
I
balls
just
podcast
clarified it. Andrew didn't invite him, but after the fact, Andrew's pissed about that.
No. Say
Nope.
play it because he
My
does
God.
say I'm just
Wait.
playing. He does say I'm just playing it after he says it.
Wait,
Who
can I
says
say
that?
Can I say something before you replay it?
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to think about everything that Steven Crowder has said to Andrew, and so Andrew wanted to one up him right at the end of the conversation, so that was his way of getting out. But he, like literally, Steven Crowder has made, oh, your lighting was bad, oh this, oh that. What do you know? Like he's been making little jabs the
But
whole
that's-
time.
That's not a one up. Andrew did not one up him there by bitching because Crowder sent somebody with him that he didn't want. That's
No,
not a
By
one-up.
saying that he did that, he really didn't do that, but he needed something to say back.
Yeah.
No, I don't
Okay.
think
I
so.
don't know. It can go
Hold
either
on.
way. You can see what
I
she
just
said,
figured it out.
but he does say
Watch, hold on. We're gonna, hold on. Watch this again.
Crowder didn't
Watch the
send it.
body language.
Can I just
Watch
ask,
the body
say
language.
one thing?
Wait for a second. Watch the body language, people.
Though it's going to embarrass the shit out of him. Steven's, of course, been a great friend to me, and he supported me 100% of the way. This
That's what you're
entire time,
saying.
He supported me 100% of the way. Unfortunately, though, he did send dumbass Gerald out here, so
I
I've been
know.
dealing with his
Well, by the
stupid
way, I
ass.
also
I've been dealing with
threatened.
stupid ass Gerald this
Wow.
whole week. You're such a okay.
I also-
I'm kidding. I'm
I
kidding.
also threatened your.
Such a
Just
Okay. So irritation. He was nervous to criticize him. He was
Yep.
actually irritated, and
Yep.
then he swept behind because he was still nervous about having criticized him. And
Yep.
and Crowder thinks it's hilarious. Absolutely, that was not Andrew getting a score.
100% Dusty.
Okay. Yeah,
For sure.
right.
Like
I'm the master body language expert reader that I just certified myself. But yeah, no, the way that I read it again, because it plays out, this was 2 days ago. And then 2 days ago, right after the thing,
Mhm.
he was visibly irritated by the fact that Crowder said Gerald. And look, Crowder's like all amused by the fact that he sent Gerald. And earlier this night, tonight, or I guess technically yesterday now, during the stream, Andrew's like, I requested that Gerald come. Andrew changed the story.
Mhm.
I believe this one more than I believe the other one because this is fresher emotion.
it was Sunday night that he said that.
and it
Okay.
was real emotion.
Oh yeah,
Um,
it was
Karen,
prepared.
thank you for becoming a club owner tier member. You had something that you were wanting to say. Do you still have it? Okay, go for it.
Two things, but first thing is really quick. Remember, she said in one of these videos we were just watching that it was a very small room, right?
Yes.
So they went in there with all those lights, and it got very, very warm in there compared to what it was for her, because she's a woman. She likes it warmer, and then that's why he was sweating that bad. I mean,
Wait.
if they were there for
Alcoholic.
5 hours, those lights were on in there for a while.
Hold up.
He-
I got
second
a
thing
question.
is,
This one.
He was sweatier at the beginning than he was at the end. That doesn't make sense.
He's
I
saying
was
he-
pregnant.
Because it was warm in there.
He
I
was
was
Because he was
sweatier
out
at the
smoking right
beginning.
before
No,
that too, right?
hold on, Seth. He was sweatier when he had just gotten there than after when he'd been sitting there forever. If that were the case, the lights would have made him sweatier every time.
I want to point out.
I'm saying,
I
but
was as pregnant as she is now.
he was sweatier
at
over
this
time.
time of year with my son. Let me tell you what. No, I fucking sweat buckets all the time. Pregnant women are hot all the time. We're overly
Well, she
hot.
wasn't sweating.
Horrible.
Maybe
And
she
I
had a
see
cold
her
pack
getting
in her underwear.
Nah.
What was the other
I
thing,
just want
Tim?
to say to like you guys, like this is like a studio. They literally had to set up like everything. It takes like 2 hours to make sure everything is perfect before production. This guy can't smoke. This guy was probably up all night, sweating like profusely, drinking vodka. Like you can tell that that is alcohol. Like sweating out of his pores. Or no?
You can't.
Am I
tell
wrong
it
on
that.
that?
Like, I agree with your assessment, but you can't tell it. But like, I think you're right.
BPD was in a three-piece
Yeah.
suit and he wasn't sweating like that.
That's true.
True.
He was. That's because he was so spread eagle that his balls were just like breathed.
Quick
He's like,
question.
yeah, everybody look at my crotch.
Yes, did you have something else to say? You said two things.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the video that I've been trying not to be too spurgy about in chat, but Beth said she already saw it. Dusty. So the when he said he read the text, well, there's a video of Erica saying specifically months ago that
Right.
she has Charlie's phone and there's no texts in existence like what he's saying now.
Well, he
Correct. Yeah. And I've seen it. But for continuity,
Right.
and the audience, yeah, good call. Let me play it. Let me pull it. Actually, there's a few seconds left on this. Let me play this while I end this.
He
Yeah,
did
pull up.
address that though. He did address that Sunday night on his show.
So, I threatened your I threatened your wife last night too, Andrew. I said if you tell, I said Joe Lewis has had the surgery, some complications. I said, but if you bother Andrew with this, I will send your personal address to Candace Owens. So that happened last night. But go enjoy yourself.
Bromance.
No. What are you talking about?
I've seen this before, you guys. I've seen this before. I know what they're doing.
Mhm.
If all else fails, he's gonna go running over there.
I think he would go over there in a heartbeat, and always would have. He's yeah.
Well, we know that Crowder's single and Rachel's going to be going for her fifth husband. So,
I mean, he's already her best friend, which is, I don't know. Like, I get that. I do believe men and women can be friends. I have no issue with that. But I think that if my wife were all over the internet saying Steven's my best friend, I'd feel a little bit strange about it, right? There's just like, I don't know.
Erica Kirk has just been caught in a lie.
Charlie responded with
Especially
this.
here.
Okay, great. Remind them
Right.
that they are there for one person's security only, because I'm somewhat worried the left is trying to kill me. That was a message sent September 9th.
But he was not messaging people the day before saying, I'm going to be murdered. They're coming after me. Someone's going to kill me. He didn't say that. And I have his cell phone.
And according to Andrew, that very text message that he read was provided to him by TPUSA. This is why people are questioning the narrative surrounding Charlie Kirk's death and also questioning Erica herself.
So this is the best one you can find, one that's purely obviously a spin on.
What do you mean?
Oh, that's
okay.
exactly.
Well, just the
No,
narrative, just the way in. Okay, I guess I won't talk.
It's deep.
No, that
I
is
don't understand what you're
what
saying.
happened. This is This is
I'm just
so
saying.
short after Charlie had
I'm-
passed. She said that.
I know. I'm just saying that whoever Rand Media is acted
Uh-huh.
like I mean, it says Candace got caught or Erica got caught in a lie. But
Right.
Andrew just read something off his phone. That she didn't get caught in shit. If anything,
Right.
Andrew just made himself look dumb by making a
Mhm.
claim that had already
Well,
been pre-debunked by her. She
that's
has
Right,
what
but who
she has-
lied?
hold on. She brings she brings way more credibility to this situation than Andrew does. So given that neither of them have shown shit, in my mind, her word clearly wins here. Andrew got
I
set up.
agree. I
So
agree because it was also immediately afterwards,
so
and the freshest.
Well, the
account
caption
is
is
always the
who's
closest.
lying.
so that
best
is
part.
what I keep saying. There's something about the text message. They're playing games, and so Candace did look into these text messages. However, they were on Signal. And I've never worked with Signal, but someone corrected me if I'm wrong. I do believe the text messages disappear after 24 hours. So, but she had heard about this message, but when she met with Erica, that's when it was Signal. And so now Andrews popped up and said, but I have these messages. And Candace kept saying, no, they were really messages. You're bullshitting me by telling me they were really messages. And I know for a fact they were iCloud messages. So now he's come up and said, I have these messages. And that's what she addressed on her show today. Yeah, I want you to drop those. Because if they turn out to be messages, it's going to prove something she has in theory. And this is why I say he stepped into something he doesn't realize. But he's already said, yeah, I think I know where you're going to go with these text messages. And I have something for that too. There's a deeper game being played right now. So
Thank you.
it's getting interesting, and
Wait,
we
though.
definitely don't know what it is. But these text messages, it's more than just does he have them or not, and then can they be
Right.
authenticated?
If they
Right.
disappear, then how is he
W,
getting his hands on
W.
them?
Exactly, because they really were a message, and if they really were a message, why are you telling Candace it's Signal? Like, what's really
But
happening?
wait a minute. Like, if there was really
Erica's the
messages
one-
and you have raw receipts, why wouldn't you give it out right then and there? It's
Right.
because like we got, other, ages, like,
Right.
it's
So-
TPUSA money right now.
So, but he addressed this today. He addressed these type videos, and he said she made a mistake. It's like when you say Larry's always late for work. He's not really always late for work. He's just, that's how he addressed it on his show Sunday night, is that she just made a mistake and she just got it mixed up. So it's going to be
So-
interesting to see.
So Erica made a mistake
Yes,
back then and
that's
said, I have his cell phone and no messages like this
Yes.
exist.
She didn't mean no messages, because it's like when you say Larry's always late for work, but he's not late
So-
every day. That is literally the example.
so-
I'll be more than happy to make it a short, but that is exactly how he addressed that issue.
That still makes absolutely no sense. Okay, look, saying there's no messages, that is a blanket statement. There's no text, there's no messenger, there's no whatever the other fucking programs are. There's no messages that exist in any format that say
Right.
something like this. Okay, and so Erica
But
made a
he's
very
saying she
blanket
just messed
statement
up.
and said,
Oh.
I have his cell phone. No messages like that exist.
She messed up, and we just don't give her grace. We just don't give her generosity. Like, just okay, you messed up. We understand. Instead, we always have to just crucify everybody. Why can't we just understand?
I don't
that
think she
people
messed
make
up. I think she was honest.
That's what
I
he
think
said.
she was honest.
Exactly.
Listen, for as much as like especially Andrew Wilson is always about like we must defeat the left, those evil, sadistic leftists. It makes perfect sense to she wants to have conspiracies about a Patsy. Why don't we have our own Patsy? You see what I'm saying? So of course they'd say it's the left, whether or not it ever actually was. And I'm not saying it wasn't. Could have been.
I have no idea, but
So anyways, I don't know what he could possibly show. Like, y'all just watch me make these text messages right here, right? This is a fake text
I
message
just
generator.
seen that. Right. That's what I'm saying.
That's another thing.
Anyways, I'll put the link
till
in chat for all
Friday.
y'all to generate your own fake text messages. There you go. Enjoy.
That's another thing. Just like she was able to identify that phone might have been a booster phone. If there's text message, she is going
She
to
has
find
booster
out-
phones.
She is going to, a burner phone. She is going
Burner.
to find out where those text messages authenticated, where they, who made them. where
Absolutely,
they
she will.
created.
She
And
will,
if
definitely.
it doesn't pan out, or if she's not able to, or he doesn't allow her, then she's going to be like, but hey, you're giving me a hard time about that steakhouse receipt. So he's really backed himself into a corner that me personally, I'm curious to see how he's going to maneuver through this. I suspect he has a couple of aces up his sleeves, and it's going to be
Cynthia.
interesting.
All I care about is
He
the
didn't even
steakhouse
like
receipt.
Charlie Kirk.
Have you seen the steakhouse receipt, you guys? Any of you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, he did. Okay.
Why do you think that he has something up his sleeve? I think he doesn't. He never does. He
And
just claims he
no,
doesn't.
he's already said when I drop the text messages, I know what you're gonna. I'm even prepared for how you're gonna respond.
Why do you think that that's true at all? Oh, he's just like, if you tit, then I'll tat. Okay, well, tat, motherfucker. Like, he still hasn't shown a
but
receipt.
I don't think they're gonna be authentic and stuff like that. I'm just saying he has another move planned.
I don't think he does. Just because he says it. He said he does, right? Like, that's the only.
Yeah, but come on now. Come on now.
Tarek
There's
says he does.
puppeteers.
Tarek
There's
does that shit.
puppeteers.
Tarek's fucking retarded.
They're a puppet, but Tarek doesn't have millionaire puppeteers behind him.
But he's talking about the case, I think. I think he's talking about the case in general, Cynthia. Like, do you think that he's actually going to come up with what he says he's going to for this?
Oh God, no, girl, no. If this were any of this were this would already be investigated. This would have been brought up in the hearings that were just recently passed. All of this evidence, none of this was brought up. So, and why this is happening now, almost 11 months later, she's finally decided we done had Drewski make fun of you. We done had Candace run your name through the mud, but Andrew's the person that you want that you
guys just midterms.
Oh, that goes back to Candace's. Snow's thing.
Yeah, Candace. And it does go back to Andrew, and it does go back to whatever podcast, all of those people, 100%.
It's interesting, but it's interesting to watch.
One other really important thing I'd like to let all of you know, I'm not only a balls tech expert, because we need one of those around here. So in case there's any type of pew events, somebody said we need a balls tech expert. And then I'm also a cocksmith.
What are you talking about?
What is happening? Quit fagging out. What is happening?
That was cute.
That was perfect, Cynthia.
I need to get something to eat. I'm getting snippy. Like, I'm in a great mood, but because this was amazing, but I can also feel like that I'm being mean.
You didn't even comment that I got your picture up and everything.
Oh, yes, that's very nice.
I'm a balls tech expert.
I'm either being mean or I'm about to be mean.
You're about to be mean.
Crowder's
Please
balls
eat.
specifically.
Okay.
Well, what are you gonna do?
I just
Tech
I
man.
don't know. I'm gonna grab something to eat real quick, but I just want to let goddamn, I asked who was here hate watching earlier, and none of y'all surfaced, but I know that you're watching, Mr. E. And I want you to know that it won't fucking work. You can't gray rock me. Now that I know gray rocking me is your strategy, ignoring me is it undermines the whole thing. I won't get bored with it because I know that's your plan and that you're putting effort into not engaging with me. And so it's fun for me either way. So good luck.
Before you
Gray
go,
rock won't work.
before you walk away, did you hear in that Crowder video that he said, "Mr. E, you're fired"?
Oh yeah,
That was a joke.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah.
Total joke.
Fired. He's fired
not
for
fired.
Mr. E once a month for as long as I've watched
Yeah.
The Crucible.
Yeah, Mr. Yeah.
Mr.
That
and,
man
and,
takes a
but
lot of
Mr. E, thank you for moving in a way that confirms that I'm over the fucking target, you goddamn pussy.
What?
Would you like me to track
Seriously.
every
I
video
can't,
that
I can't elaborate anymore. Mr. E will know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Dusty, you want me to
You
track
should say
down the
thank
video that I
you to Dusty. Just saying,
Is he
Mr. E.
watching? Is Mr. E watching?
Yeah.
I
he is.
found
He's
a
watching
video
and he's
earlier.
taking actions. He's watching and he's taking actions based
Mhm.
off what's happening here. So thank you for the confirmation. You should be fired. You're betraying your optics.
What?
I was watching a video earlier that had Rob Noor in it, but he didn't have a hat on and he was all bald and shit. I think it was with Gerald.
Yeah, you sure did cut that video short of Andrew.
Also, if you, by the way, in sort of a side thought, Mr. East, and everybody, if you close your Discord server down to new members entirely and lock up the fort, is that a step back?
What does that mean?
We do
I-
what?
The Crucible's Discord server is
Just
not
recently?
accepting. Yeah, actually, I can give me a second. I'll tell you specifically. A few days ago, I think they're
You should
completely
screenshot it.
closed to new members. I already have it. It's in my Discord. Hold on, I'll share it here in a second.
Oh yeah, he's not gonna be debating for the next couple weeks because he's been working on this debate for so long. He's studied.
Hopefully, you don't go sleeping or swimming with the fishes.
Rachel,
Oh my God.
I'm only telling you. I'm only relaying the.
Oh my God. Rachel was like, of course, Rachel made an admission. Candace showed it where she made a post and she was like, of course she's gonna know more than Andrew does. She's been studying this ever since it
Oh
happened.
yeah.
Andrew only
I
had
saw
6
that.
days to prepare. Yeah, because
Right.
Andrew didn't
And
like
he paid her
Charlie Kirk.
$300,000. What an idiot.
I was still going and watching The Crucible when the assassination happened, and he didn't even really want to talk about it. He was like, look, he was doing a good thing for the right, but honestly, I didn't really like the guy. I wouldn't, and like, but when he was alive, the Crucible members wanted him to go debate Charlie, and he was like,
Wait.
nope.
Wait.
Nope.
Wait. Do you have a clip of that, Beth? Or do you have any info on that?
Which part? What do you want?
With Andrew Kirk and Andrew Wilson, like the whole he's not gonna touch that.
It's in his back catalog for sure, during like chill
Dusty,
streams.
Josh is saying it was closed as of the 14th.
Okay,
Oh,
closed
yeah,
as
that's
of
funny.
the 14th.
The fourth. Oh wait.
Because that's
Is
what.
Douglas Josh the one that
Yeah.
died and came back?
4 days
Yeah.
ago. Yeah, he's
This-
using his ghostly powers to find this shit out.
Oh my gosh,
Ooh.
Josh.
Mm.
And he also
Here
addressed
it
the
is.
foot shake. She addressed the foot shake.
Oh, how did he explain away that?
It's a Wilson
Oh,
man thing.
It's a
the-
whole family thing. The whole line of Wilsons has always shook their fucking feet like, get out of here, bro.
Josh also states that the screenshot of it is in Discord for you.
Yeah, I got it here.
But yeah,
I
no,
also
no,
want to say that I've only seen Andrew Wilson, and I looked out, like I actually went and did my own investigation on Andrew Wilson shaking his foot, and I see the only time that he does shake his foot is when he's extremely nervous or when he's put in a place where he can't drink alcohol. My voice is
No,
gone.
it wasn't consistent the whole time. His foot calmed right down when she was like, "Can I ask a question?" He's like, "No." Anyways, here's the screenshot. We're not taking a server. Do not post this. Blah blah blah. If you blah blah blah. That sounds like Mr. E. Mr. E. If you're too stupid to follow Mr. E's instructions, then meh.
Clip that.
Okay. I gotta rummage around the fridge and find something or get some cereal or something. You all can hold it down. I will drop the link to the general public and they can funnel up when I get back. You all hold it down when I get back.
Dusty, take
I'll
your
let
phone with you.
Okay.
Commence the chatter.
So yeah. So it's interesting. Interesting. What do y'all think
I'm a
about?
stud. I'm ballsy. I don't take no shit from anyone. I smoke my stogie anywhere I want. I don't have to find a hideout place like you.
She wouldn't let me smoke in her house.
That's my energy right now. You know, like.
All righty, thank you. What do y'all
Ladies,
think?
don't you think it's wrong that she wouldn't let me smoke in her house?
Beth, 10th and Snow. What do y'all think about
My name is
Andrew not
Andrew
saying
Schultz.
who the 4 people were until the morning of?
She said because
That's just rude.
no, she said because Buddy from Crowder, I know his name, but I can't remember in it.
Gerald.
Gerald has been relentlessly trolling her, and then he showed up at her house with that guy.
But why wouldn't he have just called and said, "Hey, I'm bringing this guy"?
Because she would have not
Oh
allowed
my
him to bring
God, I did
Gerald.
not know that. Wow, are you serious?
Yes.
She said it in the video we played. Yes.
No, she said I would have allowed. Okay, I wouldn't have liked it, but yeah, I would have done it. He paid $300,000. She can't control, and he agreed to 4 people. She even said, "Yeah, I would have been okay."
Okay.
So, but
Didn't
he
know
wasn't man enough to do it. That for me, it stands out as an interesting note that you're just sneaky. You don't even have you're behind this back sneaky. You're not in.
I would hope. I'm just saying. I would hope that she did get the place swept for bugs
That
because,
is
like,
so
they're like, oh, they're
nasty.
moving.
Sneaky. Oh my
You,
God.
you can get ones now. You could stick it right in the like a stick pin. You could stick it right in the spine of a book, just her children's book. Straight
Wow,
up.
she is like doing God's work, I swear.
What about them breaking the terms of the contract and filming outside of the studio? And
That was so
filming in
messed
their
up.
child's playroom.
Her child's playroom?
Yes.
That's where Gerald recorded
Wait.
himself from. Yes, was her children's
where he was
playroom
on
that was
live.
next door
Yes.
to her
That is
studio.
crazy.
That she did not get them. Can you imagine you invite people over to your house and they just go going into random rooms in your house?
That was
Yeah.
this contact and the contract.
Oh,
Oh,
that house is
Joey.
bugged. You guys can guarantee it.
He addressed
Yes.
his need to. Well, he didn't address that. He addressed his military. You guys want to hear it? Okay. I was in the military and I got hurt. Yeah, that's what it was. Oh, I could drop that too. But yeah,
Let's
he addressed
go.
it. He doesn't even like to talk about his military career, though.
Can we
because he was
please
in
show
for
that
less
clip?
than a year. He said on whatever he was in the military for less than a year.
Yeah, whenever
that's
it was
barely-
probably before
Not much
the
past
don't.
basic.
It's probably
Does it-
before the don't tell or whatever.
Oh, well, it doesn't even matter. The Candace crew will be on it, and we will find out soon if that is a true or false statement. You can believe that. I can't wait till the Andrew series starts. Well, I wonder what
We have to wait till Friday, Cynthia.
No, no.
And we have to
You guys
wait
have no
till
idea.
Friday.
No, she's gonna do
No.
a series like she did on Bridget McCrone. And like
Did you
she-
But we have to wait. We have to wait till Friday when he drops his little receipts. No?
Did you guys see the Jeremy Bourne guy?
Wait, I asked
from
her a
the Daily
question.
Wire?
10th
Sorry.
man, this is what I'm talking about. Like, this is, you drive me crazy. I'm sorry. But
Go ahead.
Yes, he did say Friday he was gonna drop the receipts. He has receipts upon receipts. Are y'all familiar with the Fort Huachuca thing?
no.
Familiar.
What is that?
10th man, are you familiar with it? You say you've been what?
I know I've heard it before, but you have to tell me more than that.
Okay. It's kind of okay. So that's one thing I kind of noticed early on. Like when you're a content creator and people just bring you information, and somehow the information just happens to be the most, oh my God, what the most amazing information. This is exactly what I needed. I would seriously always question it. But the story is that there was once this man that was in the special ops force many, many years ago. And for whatever reason, he needed to get his records. And when he went to get his records, he asked and he found out that, yeah, they still happen to meet. And as a matter of fact, they're at XYZ right now. And so he's like, oh, you know what? I think it'd be cool if I went and checked it out. So he just so happens to go out to this random place at Fort Huachuca. And as he's there, he can't help but notice that this, wish Rocky was here, that this military.
Oh yeah, in New Mexico.
Yeah, is like so special ops, top secret. Like if they're
absolutely
coming together,
it is.
If they're coming together, they are on a top secret mission, and he just so happened to see them all there, and he was just like, "Hey, what's going on?" And then he happened to see one of these airplanes, and he thinks that the lady he saw there was Erica Kirk.
Erica Kirk.
So it's called Fort Huachuca, and he said, "I have all of the evidence that refutes the Fort Huachuca." So Andrew is saying he's got.
He said that he has that.
Yes,
What an idiot! What an idiot! Oh my God! Let me shut my window.
Be blown out the waters, but that's what I'm wondering. Like,
bruh, how can he have anything to refute any of that? Because like literally, that is like, wow, that's like super clearance levels. Like, there's no way anybody can have anything to know or any, like, if you've been or know anything about like how those people operate, you don't know nothing.
Well,
how would he know anything? He doesn't know anything. He's stupid. He's so
Because
dumb.
the Candace Owens interview was the humiliation ritual, and now he's going to get access to a whole bunch of shit that he shouldn't have access to. Because, like I was trying to say, watch.
No,
Listen.
wait. Oh, hang on. Y'all have it
No way.
backwards. He's saying that he has evidence that disputes everything
No, you
he's
don't.
saying, and that it's all a lie. Which for me, that's why I said in the beginning, when people just bring you evidence that just sounds so make believe, like, oh my God, this is it was a divine moment. You really, really have to do your fact checking upon fact checking upon fact checking on things like this, because you don't know, was this somebody sent in to throw you off a track? What is this really?
Wait.
And so he says that he has that evidence too. So it's a lot.
That's hilarious. If you know, like, no, that's not the way it works. Seriously, like, okay, he owns a gun, right? He owned a gun in California. So like he knows all the stuff that he has to do to get a gun. In California, it's extremely hard. Can you imagine Andrew Wilson?
Okay.
Can you imagine having to go through all these security clearances and have to do like a certain kind of job and then like want to trickle down to some kind of low-cal extravagant and say, oh, you know, like here's some intel. They're not going to give it to Andrew Wilson. They're going to give it to Candace.
Let me go back to my notes and see what I have. I will be writing.
And
notes
the other
on Owen too in this investigation.
Also, the other part is Erica Kirk is her whole life is living a fraud. And if you like, that's why you hire people like Andrew Wilson, because his whole life is becoming a joke. He's a clown. And she doesn't know, she doesn't have any mindful readings of her inner self to understand like how bad this is and what Candace is doing. She's doing so much good for Charlie Kirk. They want this to go away and act like it never happened, and she won't let it die because she actually loved him. I'm sorry, my voice is gone and it hurts to talk. But
so what I was trying to say is, did you guys see the interview or the video with Jeremy Boring, the top guy at the Daily Wire, and his weird ass cope?
It's so freaking crazy.
His weird ass.
Ain't no Carney that found me. World is way back home. Got me on my journey. Why? I'm riding on a motorcycle across some beautiful country. Inside the cage, while I'm working, the airports that I landed, the cruise ships that I leap hold on, and of course the events that I happen to be at. My name is Jeremiah Gonzalez, born in Albuquerque, and I grew up in the carnival lifestyle. Came back after all the years I've been gone. Now I ride with Vanguard Motorcycle Club and enjoy it while I can. You will feel like you're on the emotional midway. From the calm, smooth carousel ride to more than likely playing the games, enjoy yourself, to feeling sick from going on a roller coaster. So strap in and let's begin. CARNY'S RIDE. Hell yeah. Brother.
Come on. Drive up. I'm CARNY'S RIDE, feeling the rhythm. Bass drops deep, the beat bounces high. Afro beat meets house reggae too. Deep bass pop, making my heart sing glue. I'm spinning round under the neon lights, dancing wild through the night. Feel the groove, let go. And shout in this ride, we're never about. I'm CARNY'S RIDE, feeling the rhythm. Bass drops deep, the beat bounces high. Together we dance in this electrifying ride. Afrobeat, house, reggae, deep bass aside. The crowd, I see your smile. Together we shine, no need for a while. This moment's ours, let's embrace. In this ride, we'll find our place. I'm CARNY'S RIDE, feeling the rhythm. Bass drops deep, the beat bounces high. Feel the vibe, let the music fly. In this ride with truly free. I'm spinning round under the neon lights, dancing wild to the night. See why my doorship raised with the hill lies water. Ocean big ground rock by Borgia. Getting out of here's getting little bit of waste all too good, man. Nigga, in the game call, don't want you. Drug with the world, get a gay car. A lot of cloud boys in your 4 city K car.
In a small town where the stars start to shine, the young man stands with the sunset's goodbye. He whispers to the wind about days gone by. Lost in time yet hopeful, he feels alive. Carney Vanguard, his heartbeat slow as the sun sets low. Dreams of tomorrow, but fears he may fall. Carney Vanguard, whispers of the sunset in the quiet night. Hopeful and lost in this small town's life, wishing for a better day. Those shadows might bind dreams of a future where he won't be frightened. Carney Vanguard, where the wildflowers grow, he finds a path that seems to know. Each step he takes with a heart so bold, toward the sunrise where the darkness is old. His spirit lifts as the sun sets low. Dreams of tomorrow, but feels he may fall. Carney Vanguard, whispers of the sunset in the quiet night. Hopeful and lost in this small town's life, wishing for a better day. Those storms may ignite dreams of a future where he stands so right. the colorful tents, now just open skies above. The laughter of the crowd, now the wind in my glove. I traded the popcorn stand for the open highway. Life's a ride and I'm just living every day. From the carnival to the yard, I found my way. With every twist and turn, I've learned to play. The world's my stage, I'm the star on this journey. I'm not afraid to share. On the midway to the road, I've grown so bold. With every mile, I feel the world unfold. The past is just a memory. Now I'm free on this ride. I'll never say goodbye. The sun sets low, the stars come out. Every night I find a new spot. No more calling out, no more waiting around. I'm the captain of my own ship, taking control. Through the rain, through the iron, I've been through it all. The highs and lows, they made me stand tall. I'm not the same as before. I've changed inside from the carnival to the road. I've learned to survive. From the midways to the road, I found my soul. With every mile, I feel the world hold. The world's my canvas, I paint my tale. On this journey.
Oh, looks like I'm starting to fucking lag. Go fucking figure. Don't have to say fucking too fucking much, fucking bad, fucking words, fucking hate, fucking right, fucking do, fuck this. Fuck. Oh well, you guys have a good night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever the hell you may be. Till next time, you have a good night.
Used to pitch the big top, sell the tickets at the door. Heard the Ferris wheel squeal, ain't gonna hear it anymore. Traded cotton candy fumes for the smell of gasoline. Swap the tilt-a-whirl for a road that's long and lean. Said goodbye to the Midway, the cotton candy too. Found a chrome-plated beast and a whole brand new crew. Now the grease is on the chain. This is the life I choose. We're filming the journey, nothing left to lose. Got the camera rolling, got the mic hung up tight. Gonna light up the screen with the road at midnight. Used to pull the lever, guess to wait and play the game. Now I'm chasing views and clicks and calling out the name. This is CARNY'S RIDE on a steel. He flies from the county fair dust to the wide open skies. He's got a story to tell, a throttle to turn. Hit that subscribe button and watch the rubber burn. Yeah, this is CARNY'S RIDE.
Come on.
Learn to hustle from the guy who ran the ring toss. That same mile for the angle means no story ever gets lost. Filming the open highway, dodging potholes in the rain. Show you the real life, the joy and the pain. The chopper is my circus, the miles are the crowd. Every roar of the engine, I shout the truth out loud. Got the patch on my vest, the tripod in the saddle, back from the caravan to the V-twin. This is the life I live. Got the camera rolling, got the mic hung up tight. Gonna light up the screen with the road at midnight. Used to pull the lever, guess to wait and play the game. Now I'm chasing views and clicks and calling out the name. This is CARNY'S RIDE. On a steel horse he flies from the county fair dust to the wide open skies. He's got a story to tell, a throttle to turn. Hit that subscribe button and watch the rubber burn. Yeah, this is CARNY'S RIDE. He's coming to your feed, more than just a biker, planting a brand new seed. Watch the rubber burn.
They said pick a life, I said I'm picking both. The grit of the black top, the carnio. Keep the lights flashing, keep the wheels in motion. Streaming live from the coast to the ocean.
Shit.